All right, let's get started. Hello. How's it going? My hair looks really... It's wet. It's not greasy. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully, if I've done everything correctly, we can get into the game real quick. I think we're good. Hello. Um, hello. I see a lot of people in there. I think they might have dropped out. But yes, this is 3,000 subs celebration. I had nothing planned, so we're just doing it. I don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it. I've got the Dino World open. I don't know what we're gonna work on necessarily today. I didn't plan on streaming today before I woke up and then saw that we hit 3K. So we're here. We're gonna do something. I could even I'm gonna put it to a poll. Let's do a poll because I can either work on stuff like out this way. I can work on stuff over here. It really doesn't matter. Um, Beast, I do see your message. I'm not gonna talk about it at the beginning of the stream because I want to keep the energy happy in the beginning. But I did see that news, and we might talk about it later. I didn't make any kind of announcement regarding Sam Neill in my Discord because I simply didn't know the words to say. And you know, above all else, I want to be very respectful to his memory. So we might talk about it later if I can find some words to say on that. But you don't have to retract it or anything. You're perfectly fine. Um, but I'll talk about it a little bit later, just once I find better words that, you know, honor and respect the hero that he was to all of us. But I'm gonna put a poll in the game, and we're gonna see what we should do. What to work on? Question mark. And we can work on trees. We can work on terraforming. I guess those are kind of the same thing. We could work on landscape work. We could do rocks. I have rock work to do. And we could do other. Put suggestions in the chat. Okay, started the poll. Hopefully that's worked. Thank you, Dragon Sage. Thank you, Beast. We've got 3K, which is crazy. Never thought we'd get here. I'm thinking of doing, perchance, a build competition in addition to the stream. I announced it. I did a poll in the Discord that was like, what would you guys prefer? Would you like a stream? Would you like an art competition? Would you like a build competition? I'm thinking we're doing the stream now, and we're just gonna do as much work as I can get done. I know I started late, but I had homework and stuff to do, and I still have a little bit more to do. My finals week is actually next week, so after that, we'll get definitely some more videos rolling out because I'll have more time to work on them. But let's see, other. You put other, you have to tell me what the other suggestion is. You can't just choose other and not tell me what I'm doing. I always put, like, sometimes in the Discord polls, I'll put other, and people will pick it, and then I'll mention, like, hey, what's other? I, put it in the suggestions, and then I'll never get a suggestion. They'll just change their vote, which is totally fine for you to do. But I want suggestions because they make the world a whole lot better when you guys have some input on it. Like that whole last video was a suggestion by someone in the Discord, which is really fun. Thank you for the congrats. I honestly could not have done it without you guys. I genuinely think without everyone who's been tuning into the videos, leaving like some of the nicest comments I've seen on YouTube, I don't think I would have kept doing YouTube, and this world would have probably gotten deleted a long time ago. Like, I would have given up, wouldn't be playing as much as I am. Like, it's all because of you guys. So you guys are why we're here, why this series is still going. So again, beyond thankful, beyond thankful to you all. But okay, I maybe should have worded. Oh, you're right. I think a couple streams ago I said that I would do it, and I still have not done it. We can start with that because it's fast. It's very fast. Thank you, Aces. As you popped in to say thank you, that's all it's needed. Don't worry about staying too long. No worries at all. Oh yeah, it is a really hot day today. Be sure you guys are staying hydrated. If you've not drinking water, go. I want 1 cup of water in your stomach by the end of stream. Unless you'll hurt your bladder, but don't. Thank you, Grimlock. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was really like I was surprised because I always see an uptick in subscribers every time I post a new video. That's why a lot of channels that like post weekly grow really fast is because there's typically an influx of subscribers whenever you post. Um so I always do see that, but I thought it would take another video after the last one. Like I did not expect last video to do as well as it did. And that's not because last video was by any means like, bad or anything. I really enjoyed last video. And it's on the bugs and the Carboniferous and the Permian creatures. So it was a lot of fun to do and a lot of fun to make, but I figured it would do worse on YouTube because those creatures aren't as exciting as something like Stegosaurus or T-Rex or Triceratops or whatever have you. Um, but they did surprisingly really well. Our last episode did surprisingly really well, and I was thoroughly impressed. I need to go refill my rock box. I came all the way over here with the readiness to do this, but I am not ready because I don't have any blocks. Away! It's only 2 rocks, so it shouldn't take any time at all. Any time at all. It has been a while, Evil Banana. How you doing? We've done a lot of streams. There was a week or two like last week that I was doing stream and stream and stream and stream. So I'm sorry if I was annoying to anyone, but I was having fun. This week's been a lot more busy. I've had a lot of homework to do, a lot of school stuff. I'm wrapping up the semester finally. I think yeah, next week. Next week is my finals week. Yeah. It's like I think I'm done by Thursday. Yeah, I think like I get to Thursday and then I'm done. I've got 3 exams. Yes, I've got 3 exams. And they're one of my exams is at 5:30 p.m. and goes till 8, which is the worst imaginable thing I've ever seen. We can also build a gold farm. I have the stuff to build a gold farm. If anyone wants me to build a gold farm, I have the ability to do so at the current juncture. I don't know if that interests anyone, but I probably should have put that in the poll. Most people are saying landscape work, so it works. We'll do those 2 rocks and then we'll see. We'll see if I do the hills out by the aquatic center or out by the aquarium, or we can do some work by what the next episode is going to be. The next episode is going to be Ankylosaurus. I've just decided that that's what we're going to focus on. What do I have in this box? I like to do it like this, but it doesn't ever save like that. I like to do, hold on. Because I click the button and then all my organization like goes away. Oh, because I do that, don't I? Yeah. I figured this out like a long time ago and have tried to keep it like this, but I rarely am able to for some reason. And I think I've also like messed up the box a couple times. Just like hastily doing something. Yeah, I think that's right. This is right. That can go there. We need another row of andesite and another row of stone. Not really for what we're doing because it's already made out of stone, but just for the organizational system that I was supposed to keep in this shulker box that I have not kept in that shulker box, I need it. So we'll do andesite. We'll do... Oh, I didn't grab the stairs. Stairs. And there. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll need... I do have more tough. Thank goodness. And that should be fine for what we need done today. And I think the other stuff we can throw away. Sorry, I'm not as prepared as I sometimes like to be. I was literally doing homework up until stream time. Though I'm good. I think I'm good for now. I'm good for a while. And won't have to do anymore. Ba-ba-ba-ba. You were unlucky, Banana. That's okay. That's all right. Do you have the world download? The world download is available for tier 2 members to the channel. And you have to connect. You have to be in my Discord. You have to be a tier 2 member to the channel. And you have to connect your Discord and your YouTube accounts. I have posted there's several videos on YouTube that you can look up on how to connect them. It's really simple to do, but it's for tier 2 members. And there's one after every 10 episodes. So, well, I was originally doing 20 episodes, but now there's one every 10, and episode 30 is coming up, and we'll do a new one for all the stuff we've been working on over the past. It's already been 7 episodes. I'm currently working on episode 27, which is crazy to me. I don't know how we've gotten that far into this series. I mean, 27 doesn't sound like a lot when you compare it to like people like Poet Plays who have like 300 episodes or something in his series, but for me, it's a lot. Okay, let's us organize. Let's take tough. We really only need a pickaxe, if I'm being honest. And what I like to do is take this and just basically move it onto my hotbar. And it helps me keep it organized by tone, I think. If I just keep it like this, then I typically am able to just like see where everything is meant to go in terms of the lightness. Like this is the gradient I try and follow. It's not the best gradient, but you know, it's the one I've been following for a while. Hello, Wild Army Fox. You just started watching the series 3 days ago? Welcome. You are potentially one that contributed to the 3K. You're great. Welcome. We've been doing... How long have we been doing this series? Started last March. So... a month and a half now? Give or take? Almost? I think? Did I just say a month and a half? A year and a half. Sorry. It has definitely been a long day. Long day. Been in class all day. Just, like... It's the week before finals, so they're trying to give us all of the, like, quizzes and, practice exams and, like, other assignments to, like, fluff out our grades maybe a little bit. So it's a little bit much, but, you know, we've been thriving, surviving, getting through it. And at the end of the day, it'll be fine. It'll all be fine. All be good. We're gonna do these 2 rocks first, just because I said I would do them 2 streams ago, and Beast is right, I still have not done them. So, we'll work on them. We will work on them. Okay. What did I have in that one? Oh, I had it like that, didn't I? Yeah. And then let's try not to break. Honestly, I'm just going to break this drip leaf preemptively, because I know if I don't, I'm just going to accidentally break it, and then I'm going to be very upset. So remind me to replace that. We'll do... Honestly, like, that could be good. We'll do... like so. And then we'll span that out a little bit. I kind of want maybe an extra slab there. I don't know. That slab is weird right there. I think that'll actually be fine. Like, maybe it doesn't need to have a slab there. Just created a weird edge, if you know what I mean. We'll put that there. Honestly, a stair action. When in doubt, add stair. Kind of want that to be tough, and then I want to expand that to be like that, maybe? Yeah. It's already covered with bushes, and in typical fashion, I like to do or like when I'm normally doing this and not wasn't streaming it, what I would do is I would do the rock first and then the foliage. I think at the time just someone said, do the foliage. And I was like, all right, that sounds more exciting than the rocks anyway. But if we're following proper procedure, what I typically do is I do the ground, I do the rocks, texturing wise, and then I'll do the foliage last and then trees as a conclusion. And that's why most of the time lapse end up being the trees, because it's the only thing you can really see. Which is only slightly vexing, because I want my time lapses to show other things. And the only other way I could show it without, you know, it just being an overview of the trees is to like super zoom in on my character texturing the ground and stuff. And I've tried to do that a couple times, and I've just never enjoyed it. And the replay mod is just kind of finicky to work with, so I don't always enjoy doing that. Sometimes when I have more time, and I'm expecting a little bit more time in the coming days, maybe a little bit, kind of, to work on videos, I will probably make them more cinematic. If there's ever a video that's more jump cuts than cinematic, it's because I didn't have a whole lot of time. And if there's ever one that's more cinematic, it's because I took my time. That makes sense. But, oh, is it going well, Beast? The recovery? I hope so. You too, Wild Army Fox. I know, Beast, you had tonsillectomy, and I don't remember mine because I had mine very young, but I don't remember what the recovery for that was like. I remember getting lots of ice cream from my parents, which made it nice, but I mean, obviously not nice that I had surgery, but nicer because I got lots of ice cream. So I hope it's going good. I hope you're doing just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's do... that doesn't work. Ah! I've fallen into the enclosure. Do I like that little pixel? Fine. It's fine. It'll be good. Doesn't entirely matter. What did I do here? What? I think like that. This whole rock's a mess. It's because I just never bothered coming down here and actually working on it. Yeah, that it just kind of morphed into whatever suited. We'll do that. We'll do that. Should we? No, we should do this one. And then we can move back into the cobblestone. Ideally. And we can do something like this, perchance. We can... maybe... I have it in my hand. I'm going crazy, I'm sorry. We'll do this. Actually, that looked better. We'll do tough, like right there. And we'll do mossy again in here. Looking okay. It's looking good. Sorry, this is one of those ones that I really have to focus on, or else, you know, I won't. You couldn't talk for a week because of your surgery? I'm so scared to get my wisdom teeth out, because that just means, well, I don't necessarily need them out direly, but I know when I get them out, it means no video recording for a while, which I'm kind of, you know, like making videos is definitely like a pastime and an enjoyable like hobby. So I'm kind of upset that I would have to like put pause on that to recover. And then also like I am definitely scared of like going under for any kind of anything. I'm like, I'm very scared. Very, very scared. Okay, hopefully my girlfriend will agree to go with me. She'll protect me from the scary doctors. I also, like, I'm fine at the dentist. I know a lot of people are like, gosh, I hate going to the dentist. Like, I'm fine with it. I had braces for a long time, so I, like, am used to all of the poking and prodding that came with that. So I going to the dentist now for me is, like, just a walk in the park. But The last time I went, I had a cavity, and they had to like put a giant syringe and numb the whole side of my mouth. And I wanted to stream that day, and I didn't end up streaming because I had it in the morning, so like it was totally fine. But yeah, I was like, ah, everything hurts. My face. I can't feel my face. But yeah, so I'm very, very anxious for the eventual wisdom teeth removal. Because that's just gonna, it just like knocks you out for like a while. You're just completely unable to do a bunch of stuff. Which is, in my mind, I don't like being inconvenienced by my health. Which I know is a weird, like, I think that's pretty much everyone. No one likes that. But I'm just putting it off is what I'm trying to say. Been putting it off. I think that right there needs to be lowered. This right here. Does that look better? But see, then it creates a weird, maybe we do stair there. And flat there? Maybe. Could be the case. Could be good. What if we did, what if I did a stair there? Or, hear me out, a stair here. But then I don't, no, we're changing it too much. What did I just change? It was that, and then it was a right there. And we'll do a stair question mark here. Stair question mark there. I think that looks better, but I think it needs to be an andesite stair. Not there. Question mark? I think that's good. I think I'm good with that. Yeah. It's a little wonky, but that's kind of what you want. In my opinion, I like the wonkiness. I think there's a little bit more that could, like, maybe we made this andesite in here. I think that's fine. If you guys didn't know, andesite's like my favorite block ever in the world. I like it. It's just got a good texture. It's just good. It's just good. I think that's fine. I think maybe a little bit of stone mixed in, maybe. I think, like, right there where I just broke that would be better. Like, maybe a little bit, something like that. Just to give it some of that green coloration back. I think I'm fine with that. It's better than it being not textured, which is what we had before. I think, let me sleep and get the good daytime lighting, and we'll have a look. Are your wisdom teeth affecting you negatively? I can't read. Yeah, mine aren't really affecting me negatively. They like are starting to maybe a little bit, but I think I can push it off a little bit more. You were funny like Spike. Yes. That man is on a constant, like, he's just come back from getting his wisdom teeth, and I love it. He's so great. Congrats on 3K. Thank you, Ocean Master. Welcome to the stream. You have been missed. You have been missed. Let me see here. Where'd you get a vantage point? I think it's good enough for what it needs to be. I don't think we need to spend any more time on that. A big thing that I think... we can't open the shulker box. A big thing that I need to get better at, especially in this world, is saying, okay, that's good enough. Because I will obsess endlessly over a detail that probably no one's gonna realistically see. And I'll keep, like, fiddling with it for, like, an hour or two, and then, like, at the end of the day, it's, like, it's worth something because I like those small details, but no one's gonna see it in the video. And that's the same calculation I think a lot of big YouTubers make, like, when they have long-running series, is that they, you know, can, like, not work on stuff that won't be in the thumbnail / in the video, and it saves them so much time. So much time. I need to get better at doing that. Taking them out as a precaution, that feels really, it's not really common anymore, at least. Yeah, I think that I'm at a current stage where that's like on the edge, like they could cause problems. So again, just working with my dentist at my 6-month checkups. But I think there will come a time, eventually, sometime soonish, that I'll need to get them removed, and it'll be crazy. How long do you plan on the stream being? Unfortunately, I can only watch for a short bit, but I'll be able to watch later. I honestly don't know. I probably can't go past 9, which is another 2 hours from now, just because I have more homework to do. Maybe I could push it to 9:30 or 10. It's risky, but we could do it. Also, I flew over here because I have news. I fixed it. I fixed it. I fixed the wall. It is now 2 blocks moved over. At least this section of said wall is moved over. I did, like, I had an online course where I just had to watch a bunch of videos, and so I spent a long time just like going through here whilst letting the videos play. I was learning and moving this. I didn't move this section, so feel free when you get the world download to leave a comment that this is still 2 blocks off. However, it meets at the mountain, so it's harder to tell that it actually is 2 blocks off. So I'm going to leave it like this for the foreseeable future, unless I get too annoyed by a bunch of people being like, oh, it's 2 blocks off. But I don't see that being a thing. Or like people actually being annoyed. It might be a meme, and then maybe one day I'll fix it, finally. But yeah, this section is still 2 blocks off, but this one, the one that matters, is fixed, and so this is now all in line and good. I wish I had Java Edition because I only have Bedrock and I want to use Fossil Archaeology. I really like. I don't know, the fact that there are 2 different game versions are always like, it always is a sucky subject, just because like Bedrock Edition does have more accessibility in terms of like playing multiplayer and playing with friends, which is very nice. But other than that, like, I love Java for the customization ability with mods and all that, and shaders and all the different things you can do with Java. And I wish they would just merge them. Like, I wish if you bought Bedrock, you have access to Java, or if you bought Java, you have access to Bedrock. Like, I feel like that would just be fine, because they are essentially the same game, just on a different platform. I really wish that they would make that change, where if you just bought one, you have the other. And I thought that they did that for a while, but I was wrong. What's the biggest advice you can give a smaller Minecraft creator who, by the way, Fossil Archaeology series? My biggest advice is don't give up. Keep making videos. Slowly but surely, you'll gain traction. Put some work into learning how to use Blockbench, Blender, and Photoshop to make thumbnails. They really help. And yeah, I'd say just be consistent with it. Don't give up. Keep trying to make videos. And I always emphasize putting a focus on quality over quantity. If you make a video that is just like your mic 2 foot away and you sound garbled and gross and hard to listen to, no one's going to watch the rest of the video. Put a lot of effort into making sure your setup is quality enough. Like, obviously within budgetary restrictions and stuff, but there's tons of videos online of how to record with OBS, how to tweak your mic to give it a good crisp audio. I don't think mine's even set up the best. Like, I bought this $50 microphone. I need to upgrade it, but I have no funding for that. So eventually this will get upgraded, but really just try and make it the best quality you are currently able to. And it helps a lot. I've been playing GTA online with friends for a month, but they released an update yesterday that absolutely killed the game, so I'm back to Minecraft. That's terrible. I hate when games go through that. Is that the case now? I thought they were a bundle. I actually don't know. I haven't bought Minecraft since I was 6. I don't know if they're a bundle. I think I had multiple accounts from when I had like an Xbox account as opposed to a PC account, but I've had this game for so long, so I don't know how the purchasing process is right now. Yeah, and the Bedrock add-ons aren't really updated as much as you would like. I mean, Fossil and Archaeology hasn't gotten an update in a while, but I think that they're working on something, and hopefully it's out soon. Hopefully. Yeah, it's because unfortunately a lot of game companies aren't run by game designers, game developers, and game players. They're run by, people that are focused on the profit margins, which is kind of sad. Um, you're welcome. You're welcome, Gamescraft. Anytime. I know my advice is probably not the best. I'm still a very small YouTuber myself, but though I hope that helps. They're a bundle, but I don't recommend the bundle because I'm supposed to have both versions and it didn't give it to me. That's weird. Yeah, I'm so far removed from all of that it's been a very long time since I've bought the game. Let's do landscaping work. And let's see here. I would like... So for my next video, we're working exclusively on this section of the park. And I actually need to go through and do this whole area. And it needs to be landscaped like how we landscaped earlier in earlier streams this past month and before that, where I do all the foliage and stuff and then come back through with the bushes and then the trees, and we've already got rocks. Like this area is actually already primed. It's been like this for a good year, so we might as well just do this area. And that means I need all of the different things for landscaping. And I don't think I do. I don't think I have a box still. I had a box that was filled with tons of like landscaping stuff. But I mean, I have all the leaves and stuff in different boxes, but let's fill one up. I'm going to use moss a lot. Try and mix in some of that to the landscaping already. I want to get more texture out there because I believe it's untextured. There's texture around the rocks, which is fine. I mean, this area specifically is not going to be used for anything. This is one of those dead spaces I mentioned in last episode that just needs foliage and trees and stuff. And I just need to do it. So eventually, I mean, there's going to be some stuff here, like where it turns into the Ankylosaurus enclosure. I just got to figure out how best to do this. So I'm going to say what it needs is definitely some moss work. What else do we do over here? We did a little bit of coarse dirt and roughness, which might be nice. We could do a little bit of stuff like that. Like try and make it a little more used than you would think. It's just hard to figure out what I want to do with this area. I honestly don't even know if it needs it though, because it's just going to be trees. And you're not meant to really see it in any measurable way. I mean, like, you're supposed to look at it from a distance for sure. So we can just do plants. You should do a mammoth enclosure. Okay, the Cenozoic creatures are on my bucket list for sure. Again, this whole series is gonna run for a very long time, and I am one of those people that does not want to give up on it before I get every single one or the world breaks. Those are the only paths forward for this series. Is I either get every single creature or like my game destroys itself and I can't play anymore. But I have like 3 backups. I keep a backup just in my saves, like an exact copy. I keep one on a flash drive. I have so many backups of this world, just in case. So hopefully that never happens. I was so surprised when the stream had 3,000 and not 300. Your channel is underrated and it's crazy. You know what? Thank you. That means a lot. I think I'm enjoying the journey upward, which has been so fun. We started this channel a year and a half ago, and the fact that we're at 3K already is like crazy to me. Atlantic Craft and Jurassic Craft. Yep, those are my inspirations. Love growing up with those. What's your recommendation for making custom mountains? Because I have a big mountain that I would want to turn into a wall for my Spinosaurus enclosure. Mountains are tricky. Mountains are very tricky, and honestly, I don't even know. Oh, did my game? My game crashed. Unfortunately, webcam only. It's because I was yelling at it that I have backups, which of course means it would crash. So if the frames drop here, uh, just give me a minute while I launch the game again. I am sorry. Um, mountains. I was talking about mountains. If I were to do them today, I would if I were to have started the mountain range today, I would have used Axiom. And there's a lot of helpful tutorials on Axiom, and I'm certainly no pro, but I would look up some of those. Those are really helpful, and there's a lot of creators that are small and would love support on those videos because they're really phenomenal. Hopefully, is Minecraft launching, please? Hopefully, sorry. I'm trying to figure this out and talk at the same time. But the Axiom is a really good tool, and I suggest just looking up Axiom tutorials. That's a phenomenal resource. But my strategy that I started in this world and I've just been doing for a while is to basically build giant rocks on the side of the existing mountain and then kind of like fit them in together a little bit. And once we get in the world, it'll be easier to explain. Um, you're going to Thailand in a week. That's awesome. Are you going just on vacation, I assume? You'll have a bunch of time to grind your dino park. Hey, make sure you enjoy Thailand. Hey, it's okay to take it. It's okay. It's okay. Thailand's a beautiful place. I want to go. I really want to travel in my life, and I really want to go at least to every place that they filmed Jurassic Park. But I don't know. Evil Banana, I will remember you, even when I'm big. I don't think I'm gonna get big. I I I exist in a very niche place, and if the frames are dropping, I'm seeing it on OBS right now. Oh, Minecraft's launching. And the frames are dropping. I'm sorry if that comes through for you guys. I'm in a very niche part of the internet in that I make Minecraft dinosaur content. And there are several other people that occupy my niche, and they're all amazing. Lorky, Fern, Spike, Lightacat, um, Gobspout. I'm off the cuff. I think Leaf has put out a couple videos. I think she's primarily for Goats and Dragons. I don't know if she still considers herself, but I think she does have a fossil series, maybe. I'm trying to think of other people. Jaden Farrow, amazing. I got my inspiration from Chaotic Craft and obviously Atlantic Craft back in the day, but I definitely occupy a very narrow window of internet interest. The world's launching again. I can see the frames. Uh-oh. Huh. Crashed again. That could be a problem. If it is, I've got a backup. I got a backup that I took yesterday. Um, maybe I need to allocate more room to the file. I'm sorry that this is just my face right now, but I'm trying to relaunch the game. But yeah. Yeah, Dino content is extremely niche. Extremely niche. I don't know if I'm the best. Charlie and Fern have some amazing builds. Huh. The game is crashing, and I want to know why. Let's see if this works. Let's save that. Let's try it here. I will be sure to watch it. I will look at it. I like watching other FA creators because it gives me ideas sometimes. I remember, yeah, when Joe Buzz, the canon event for all people. is when Joe Buzz left the Chaotic Craft. I remember being so sad as a child. It was like one of the saddest moments in the history of sad moments. Yeah, that was a hard day. And I don't even know. I don't even remember why. I want to say it's just because they got busy. And I mean, I have friends in the UK with like Spike, and even friends in the Netherlands, or I don't know if that's the correct name for the whole region up there. But like, it's hard to stay in complete contact with them all of the time because there's different time zones. I'm awake, they're asleep, I'm awake. It's hard sometimes to sorry, the world's opening and I'm please. Yes. Yes. Uh-oh. We did lose a slight amount of progress. Okay, let me switch back here. Hopefully, I mean, my inventory is all fine as it should be. Let's see, because we crashed over here. Okay, we're fine. I mean, I think we're fine. I want to say it just crashed because I have a lot of stuff open on my PC right now. I don't think we lost anything huge. So my rock box, yeah, my rock box is still all in here. Yeah, I think we'll be totally fine. I was gathering plants. I'm sorry that we've not made, it's been 45 minutes and we've not made a lick of progress. But it's fine. It's okay. It's all good. All good. All good. I need to duplicate these ferns. I'm only going to take 3 stacks of each of these things. We'll take some brown mushrooms, because that's always fun when we can put them down. Glow lichen? I don't know. I've never known the correct way to say it. Is it lichen? Lichen? Maybe I'm just very American. We don't say things the right way. Ever. We'll want pitcher pods and torch flowers, maybe. Maybe those. What else do I use? What do I use? I know I do things, and I know I do them sometimes good, and people sometimes like them. But I feel like I'm out of something. I have all the leaves and stuff in the thing. Oh, bone meal. Let's do bone meal. Yeah, he had interest outside of Minecraft. That was the reason. Yeah. Yeah. I think I remember being a kid and like watching all of the Jurassic Craft series. I probably shouldn't, because some of those early series were a little adult for me to be watching as a small child. But it's fine. Okay, I remember what I was forgetting. Pickles. It was pickles. All of the pickles. And drip leaf. I mean, technically, like, all these stuff is, like... All of this stuff is for the rivers and the river section. However, you never know when we might need to decorate part of the river. And honestly, what we can do is we can do this like foliage ever so slightly, and then if we get sick of it, we can do the gold farm. I'm gonna end the poll. And in a bit we'll do a gold we'll do the gold farm maybe after we get some of the landscaping done. Hope. And I'm thinking, I think I mentioned it, I want to do a build competition. And I think what I want to do is like maybe release a section of the info center that you guys could like maybe decorate yourselves. And I think that would be really cool. To have like a piece of the world decorated by you all. Let me know what you all think of that, because I think it could be a lot of fun. Like I think, well, the only problem is I would I don't want to build maybe block for block what someone else built. I kind of want to do maybe a thing where like I put a part of the info center in a world download. I let you guys have it, and then maybe like I take the top 3 that I like the most as the winners, give them basically free membership on the Discord, and then maybe use elements from all 3 of their builds together in one. Let me know what you guys think of that, because it could be tons of fun. I know, like I think for 2K we did the art competition, which was a lot of fun. A lot of good art was made, which I like art. If you guys don't know, I really like fan art, and I very much appreciate it. And it goes in the Dinos world, so if you want to do that, just saying. Oh, this was a flower forest. I saw those tulips and I was like, huh? This was actually a flower forest. Back in the day when I started this series, back in episode 1, which I wish was so much better than it is. Because I wonder how many people have like clicked onto one of these videos, watched them all the way through, and been like, oh wow, this is a great series. I'm gonna go back and start from the beginning. And then they watch episode 1 and was like, never mind, this is unbearable. Because episode 1 was rough. I know it's probably got a special place in some people's hearts. It was rough. I actually went back and like watched the series myself. Like just went through and watched it. And was like, oh, really just try and see how much I like accomplished. And I watched through the series. It was, I think, around episode 20 that I went through and was like, oh, this is great. And I just was like, oh. But I remember seeing that first episode and I thought my voice was super cringy. I definitely think I've grown into the whole YouTube thing a little bit better since the beginning. Build competition does sound fun. Yeah. Episode 1, it's because you look back and you're like, oh, why do I sound so bored? Why am I not actually presenting and wanting to engage the audience a little bit more? So yeah, definitely some episode 1 hate from me. For sure. For sure. I think that this is like a little like weird spot that might deserve a rock. There might need to be a rock right there. I also think that this weird W up here is weird. So it's gone now. Just a little smoothing, a little bit of smoothing. I just think that that's weird right there. Sorry, I'm criticizing my former terraforming. You are your own worst critic at all times. And I think, honestly, what needs to happen here is that I think that that is fine. Maybe... boop. Boop. And... boop, boop. Boop and boop. Better. I like it. I like it a lot. Sorry, I was locked in. Switch mod packs between episode 1 and 2. Thankfully, I didn't do that. I did think about, oh gosh, what was the update episode? Whenever Fossils and Archaeology ported from 1.18 to 1.20.1 that I'm currently playing in, I switched, I updated, and then all of the chipped variant blocks disappeared. And I heavily considered restarting at that time. And I am so thankful that I did not. Because there's always just something more impressive about a world that you've been playing for a long time. Obviously, like, I've been playing this world for over a year. And it just now holds an even... like, even at the time, it had held a very, like, wow, this is an amazing world. But now it's just got even more. I've got even more attached as the time has gone on because I'm like, oh, this is my Dino's world. This is my bread and butter. This is amazing. It's my forever world, like the kids say. Am I technically still a kid? I think I'm old. I'm pretty sure I'm old. Is 20 old? I think 20 is old. I'm old. But don't tell my girlfriend that because she doesn't like it. Going to a temple today. That's cool. Bum, bum, bum. I think the only problem with this biome is that there's so many flowers that are popping up, and I don't want them. Because flowers did not exist in the time of the dinosaurs. I have been told in many comments. No flowers. None. I still do the occasional flower. And like torch flowers, I do torch flowers. Because I think that they're not as much ancient as they are just... They're not as much flowers as they are just look like an ancient plant. That's my headcanon. Torch flowers existed in the time of the dinosaurs. We just haven't found them yet. Mojang's ahead of its time, okay? Wouldn't it be cool if that actually happened? Like, if there was a plant species that got found from actual, like, ancient times that looked like the torch flower. They had to have based the torch flower off of a real plant, right? Did they? Yeah, I don't know what's old anymore. I guess it's all relative. Like, to an 80-year-old, I am young. Super duper young. To a, like, kindergartner, I'm the oldest person that they've ever met. And am so far out of touch. Like, to any kind of younger child, I am, like, unfathomably old. I can't say that word. Unfathomably. There you go. That's the right way to say it, Coda. Bye, Wild Army Fox. It's good to have you here. Cretaceous is when the first flowers showed up. So I can have some flowers. Especially because this world follows no rhyme or reason to the like the actual positioning of the dinosaurs and the time period in which they're from. Like I know some people really like to do that, but I just know that that's not entirely realistic. They're gonna if I want to build a Minecraft world, they're gonna have to be close together. And like I've always said, like this at the end of the day, this is Minecraft. There is only so much I can do to make it 100% realism. Because this is blocks. Dims is blocks. And also, like, I like to do what looks good instead of what's accurate most of the time. Especially when it comes to using the Minecraft features. Like, I'm sure a lot of people like this because you could build realistically some of this stuff in just the vanilla game. I like to keep my builds pretty vanilla friendly. Like, I know that, like, I use some modded blocks in a lot of them, but I like to make sure that majority of the structure is made out of something you could realistically recreate in survival Minecraft, like vanilla. Next video is hopefully next Friday. Then again, I say that, and this week is the week before finals, and next week is finals, which means lots of work, lots of studying. So, ideally next Friday, if I find the time. Realistically, maybe not. If I'm being realistic, it will probably be 3 weeks from now, which I apologize for. But also, like, it was 3 weeks from, like, I should maybe just start saying it takes 3 weeks. That probably would be better. It would leave less people disappointed. Even though I'm pretty sure most people don't mind whenever a video comes out, people are just like, oh, nice, new video. And it gives the last video time to breathe as well. Okay, is that looking a little fluffier? I think it's looking a little fluffier. We need to do maybe more on that slope. I was really just trying to get enough tall grass patches in there. And make sure I had blanketed everything with a fair amount of regular grass. Because I think when I did this, I didn't have a bone meal farm like I do now. So I think I was like constantly running out and was like, oh, I just can't sink anymore into this area where I'm not actively working. So I think this is fine. And we'll come back through with like ferns and dead bushes and pretty it up even more by hand. Like this area by hand, or like with the bone meal is not that great, but if I come through with hand placing stuff, it'll be much better. I don't want another spot. College in September. I don't know how you'll keep up making content. It's hard. The short and long of it, it's hard. And I probably have the worst major to do it with because I'm in engineering. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, engineering, everyone knows it's hard. Stop talking about it. But it genuinely is so hard. And like to keep up with just like playing Minecraft, it's hard to do. But like I said earlier, my biggest advice is just no matter how long it takes you, just come back to it. Keep trying to be consistent. If you don't let the fact that you haven't posted stop you from posting. Does that make sense? Like, I know some YouTubers get into the mindset of like, oh, I haven't posted in 3 weeks. I should stop posting. Like, no one, you know, how am I going to explain the fact that I've been gone for 3 weeks? It doesn't matter. Just post the video. If you've been working and made enough to like actually have something good, post it. That people will love to see it. And yeah, I just like I've had to take like a month off from video making. Specifically because I was working on the Mosasaur Lagoon, and that took forever. Forever. 5 ever. So it took so long. And I'm gearing up to do the Megalodon exhibit. So if I disappear for a month, it's not because I've fallen off the face of the earth like most dinosaur YouTubers. It's probably because I started doing the Mosasaur enclosure. No, not the Mosasaur, the Megalodon enclosure, and have lost my sense of self because I'm just underwater digging and making the terrain and doing more of that stuff. And I'm sorry that this live stream has no clear direction. Very last minute. Very, very last minute. But we're doing it. Just adding a little bit of moss variety. Oh! Hidden cave. Forgot that was down there. Again, I think I terraformed this area like again over a year ago. Forever ago. So I genuinely forgot all the work I did. Like these rocks, they're so old. This whole mountain like range. If I had started this today, definitely would have tried to use Axiom and then like Light Matica. But it's too late. I intrinsically am not gonna go back and change the style too much. Like, I'll change the style for some things, like the enclosures we'll go back and redesign. The mountain's just not a significant enough part of the park that it warrants a redesign. And half of this is about to get covered up by trees. So, I'm not too pressed on actually going through and remedying the look of this. Should I? Maybe. Will I? No. I thought that this area might warrant a rock, but I think moss is the better solution. Because I think that just fixes it. fixes the fact that there's dirt right there. And I think that's just fine. Water building takes so long. It does take so long. Kodo, when is Fern returning to Dinosaurs? I don't know. I DM'd him actually today. He congratulated me on 3K. And told me, I told him thank you. And that he's a cutie patootie because he is. Great guy. I don't know when he's doing his thing. He is also in college, currently. I don't know how it works. I forget which country in the north of Europe is he from? I've forgotten, but I don't know how that, like, their higher education works. But I know that he gets really busy with that a lot. So whenever, like, you see Fern dip off the face of the planet, it's because he's got school stuff too. Which is, always remember this, it's a valid excuse. The person you see on the other side of the screen is a real person. They have a life. They have a ton of different things. There's a ton of things that have happened this year that I've been unable to share with you all, that I just don't want to share with you all for personal reasons, but, like, it has affected my ability to make videos. Always remember that the person making the videos is a real person. And, like, sometimes life just gets in the way of being a content creator. And, like, I could, like, make a video for clout and be like, blah, 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 this happened to me, blah, blah, blah. But I don't want to do that. I want to make dinos videos. But, yeah, just, I don't know when he returns, but when he does, make sure you comment and tell him welcome back. And leave my PC behind for the first year. That's what I had to do, actually. I drove back and forth from college to my home to make dinos videos for that first, I think for the first, like, 5 videos. I moved them back and forth to make the videos, which was definitely a lot. Definitely crazy. And I don't recommend it if you're going to do that. Thank you, Gaming Cheetah. Good to hear from you. How you doing, sir? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are. Let me put that. No. Let's see how we're looking. I mean, honestly, we don't really need to do that much more moss. I only like sporadically putting it. And I think that this is pretty sporadic. We can put some, like, maybe more along here as well. I don't think I have any rhyme or reason to doing the moss. I just kind of pick an area where there's not any of the, like, grass and just place it. The chickens. The chickens. There's so many in there. I don't show that on camera enough, but there's so many. So many. Congrats on 3K. Can't wait. Can't stay, but I'm happy for you. Have fun and don't mess up. John, it's finished. I fixed it. Hold on. You're the one person that was actually there. Look, it's fixed. If you're still there, it's fixed. I fixed it. It's fixed. I fixed it. It took a whole day, but it's fixed. See, I moved it. It's 2 blocks moved. It's fine. It's fixed. I fixed it. It took a whole day, but it's fixed. I did it. I hope you're proud of me, John. I did it. This is not fixed. There's still a bit that's not fixed. But it's fixed from this point of the mountain onward, which is, for the Megalodon video, is where I'm going to leave it, because I have to work on other stuff in the future streams and all the other stuff. So if they're super OCD, like I kind of am, and want to go fix it eventually, we'll go through and fix it eventually. I made an emoji for the members. I think if you become a member, I'm not a member to any channel, so I don't know exactly how it works, but if you become a member to the channel, you get access to the emojis that I've set up, and I did a couple of them, and one of them is just the mosasaur with the caption, "It's too off," in reference to the wall, because I thought it would be funny. If any of the members are here, if any of the members, If anyone becomes a member, you'll see that it's like, it literally is just the mosasaur, and it's 2 off. And I really thought it was funny for people to spam it if they want. But yeah, technically there's still a section of it that is 2 blocks off that people can still comment on if they want. And that can be a little running joke for a while. I'm gonna leave it for a while. Yeah, I thought it was funny. I thought it was a good laugh. Because that whole section will be 2 off, but it's like, it's not egregious anymore. The actual section that it matters, like, affects the midpoint of the walkway, is fixed. So I don't think people will mind. Like, the average person won't mind too much. I'm sure that it'll bug some people, and it does bug me a little bit that section's 2 off. But it's in a very unfortunate part of the Mosasaur Lagoon. Like, the part I fixed was in a very shallow part. And I was glad it was shallow. I only had to move a couple rocks and adjust some things, and it looks fine now. You can hardly tell. But that other section would genuinely take some massive terraforming and texturing and stuff. And I was just like, no, not worth it for the next video that's gonna be on the lagoon. In the future, we'll do something. Goodbye, John. Thank you for popping in. You're amazing as always. Amazing, amazing human. Goodbye. I'm not ending the stream. I always wave at the camera when I'm ending. I'm not ending. We're not ending. We're fine. Okay, moss is in place. Moss is in. Let's do other stuff. Let's do the ferns. Ferns. Our beautiful baby boy fern. For all the grass and other random stuff that I've accumulated. Okay. Dead bushes. I'm gonna start with the dead bushes on the actual cliff face. I think will be a good place to start. I'm also you know what? Because Rise said that we can do flowers, I'm gonna see what flowers I would like to include. Probably won't be a lot. Because, like, the reds I don't like. The yellows I don't like. Some blue could be cool. Alliums could be cool. Azure bluettes could be cool mixed in with the lily of the valley. Peonies are too... They're a little too garden for me. Pink, no. We can maybe mix it in with the alliums. Ever so slightly. And we can grab the lilac as well as a little nod. A little nod to the Jurassic franchise. I think that'll be fine. I don't foresee myself wanting to do a whole lot more than that. And I've run out of rockets, of course I have. You have a suit like Fancy? That's awesome. I'm a good fan of a good suit. I have a lot of suits because I went to quite a few proms when I was in high school. I would always be the person that, like, I would be the friend that went to a different school and got invited to a prom. It was tons of fun. Tons and tons of fun. So, but I had to buy or rent a different suit every time, and a couple times I just ended up buying them. That rock looks weird. That's a weird looking rock. Did I just give up when I got to this section? I think I did. I think I genuinely gave up when I got to this part of the rock work. Maybe we'll change it. Yeah, I went to prom with Fern. We were the cutest. We were the cutest on the dance floor. Like that, perchance. And we'll want to mix in some larger ferns, so I should go get some bone meal. But we'll definitely want dead bushes in here, because if you imagine, like, plants can't really grow along here. That's too vibrant. We can place some like that, perchance. Just a little something to, like, modify the terrain a little bit. Like, it's very just grass, and I would like it to be more than just grass. If you know what I mean. It can be so much more than just grass. We can be bees, Mark. I love Invincible. I hope it comes back sometime soon. Great series. Phenomenal series. This is also just a very vibrant biome color. I think it's because this is technically a flower forest biome. So it's very vibrant. Which is good in some ways, but also a little bit hard in some other ways. Because it shifts a lot. Like right there is where it shifts. And it goes very dull next to this river. Which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Do that. That's a little weird right here. This edge is a little strange. I guess we could also come through with, what's it called? Bushes. Bushes. We can add bushes as well. Honestly, we should probably add the bushes first. Because if I place a bush on a thing, then it's going to completely ruin the whole thing. That didn't make any sense, that sentence, but you know, you catch my drift, okay? You've caught the drift, you know what I'm saying, even if it was a little all over the place. And I think we're just going to do acacia. I think that'll be fine. How did I do it over here? Oh, I used azalea. Guys, I swear to you, I'm not going crazy. I'm going slightly crazy. Need to upgrade your logo. I recommend... I mean, Spike just made mine. But what it essentially is a Blender render. That's fun to say, Blender render of my Minecraft skin. Everything's just so much better in Blender. And I've gotten a couple comments on how I make thumbnails. And I thought for a time on how to make a video like that, but I feel like I wouldn't make anything that isn't already out there. You can learn a lot about thumbnail creation if you go and look up how to make Minecraft thumbnails. There's a lot of advice by several amazing videos. If you want to know how I pose the dinosaurs, I literally use Blockbench to pose them. I export their model, and then I use Blender to basically set dress them and light them properly. And then I export that and put it on into Photoshop. And not even a paid for Photoshop. If you guys would like a good Photoshop, I recommend Photopea. Or, yeah, Photopea. I don't know if it's Photopea or Photopea. But it's free online and literally just lets you have all the same functionality as Photoshop. And I use it for all of my thumbnails. I used a different one when I first got started. It was like Pixlr or something like that. Pixlr. And I stopped using it because Charlie recommended Photopea, and it just works a lot better. And Pixlr got a lot into the AI side of stuff, which is something I'm not big about. I mean, like, it's all, the AI part of it was all optional use, so, you know, I like the fact that it was optional. It just became very prevalent. And I actually, like, I use Filmora currently to edit videos because I don't want to pay for anything else at the current juncture. I should probably switch, but I also don't want to learn anything. If I ever switch editing, it'd probably be while I was, like, recovering from like wisdom teeth removal, and I just wanted to play around. But Filmora has also gotten big into the AI stuff, but it's like completely optional if you use that. Like, you can use it as just an editing software without using any of the AI features, which I do enjoy that that's available. But yeah, I have thought about switching when I have time. I just don't have a lot of time to learn something else right now. Use Canva. I have heard of people using Canva. I think Navitries uses Canva. I believe she does. I saw her making the thumbnail for one of her episodes and helped a little bit, but I think Canva's perfectly fine as an editor. I just like Photopea because it gives you a lot of like Photoshop-like ability, which I've been enjoying to use. And like I said, I literally just I pose in Blockbench, just move them around a little bit, get them in a pose that I like, and then I can export it as, I think it's a GTLF model, if those are the letters that come after that. And then just literally take it in my file explorer, drag and drop into Blender, and then add lighting, rigs, and a camera to take a picture of it. And it's more nuanced than that. There's some learned skill in just playing with the different features, blurring the background, not blurring the background, drop shadows, entity glows. There's a lot of things you can learn and pick up on that'll make your thumbnails better. A big one I've been learning right now is the text. I don't know if I've overdone it with the text. I mean, the thumbnail for today was made in about 5 minutes before I had class. Whenever I announced it, I was like literally about to leave to go to my class. At whatever time that was. I think it was, my class was at 1, so it was probably at like 12:50 or something is when I posted the announcement about this. So right then is when I was just like, I threw a thumbnail together in like 5 minutes. And what's good about you doing Blender stuff is that I've just been saving a lot of them. I've been working on the badges, like the membership badges. If you've not responded to the community post I have on the YouTube, I would love that if you did. And literally just asking which dinosaurs should be the 1-month membership badges. But I've been making a bunch of those badges, and I've just been rendering a bunch of the dinosaurs in Blender. And the reason I convinced myself to do that was, one, to make membership more worth it for people that choose to become members. Because I know world downloads take a while to come out. And that's like my primary reason for being a member. So I felt bad to the people that were paying for a membership that weren't getting a whole lot out of it at the time. And, you know, teasers are just kind of whenever I have something to show you that I haven't shown anyone else on like a live stream or something like that. So I wanted something better. So I started working on the badges, but then I also, the plus side of working on the badges is I got a bunch of renders of the animals that I could just throw onto thumbnails, like whenever I need a quick one. Like the one today, all 3 of the renders are the ones I used on the badges, and I just kind of positioned them together in a funny way to give to just create a quick thumbnail, and it worked out pretty good. My skin character was not rendered in Blender, so I don't know if anyone caught that in the actual thumbnail, that one part looks slightly different than the others. That one entity, me, is slightly different than the others. I don't have a world gen mod. I have vanilla generation. I customized it. It's custom terrain, but I have completely vanilla generation. Like out here this way. It's just vanilla. I'm not big on a lot of the world gen mods. Mostly because like a lot of them go too big for my taste. Like they add too much. The biomes are huge, and then like building in survival on them just doesn't feel very survival friendly. Like it's very impressive. A lot of the landscapes that those mods generate are extremely, extremely impressive. Don't get me wrong, but in terms of a survival series, I find them hard to work with. So most of the terrain in this world is completely custom. No Brontotheriums yet, Randium. I apologize. That's also true. Generating with world gen mods also really sucks. Really, really sucks. Not like sucks like it's bad. It's just it does lag a lot, in my experience at least. Especially because I definitely don't have a high-end PC. I have a PC that's going on 8 years old now, and probably means I need to upgrade sometime soon and get a new one or do some stuff with it. But that's neither here nor there, or it happening anytime soon, because I definitely don't have the money for it. But I do want to upgrade eventually, and currently, I'm not specifically so I can have world gen mods, but eventually I'll upgrade to have some more access. But I just, when I made the pack, I kept in mind that I have a very old PC and wanted to keep it very, very vanilla friendly, very, very low maintenance, and even still, it still gets a little laggy sometimes in this world. Just because there's so much. There's so much happening all the time in this world. It's insane. There was actually, if you go back, I want to say it was whatever episode I just dedicated to building trees. There's a specific, I think I might have re-recorded it, but I seem to remember there being one section where I was going to look at the food factory and stuff in the intro, and it just lagged so much, and I noticed it on the recording, and I was like, that can't be good. And so I spent like a while researching, and I ended up installing something to make the create mod work better with shaders, because I isolated that as the core issue. And I installed that, and it has been working swimmingly ever since. I forget what the thing is called. Is that a missing block? What is this? It is a missing block. That's from when we updated from chipped. I might leave that there. I think that's good. I think that's fine. Oh, there's a preview for it. That's good. And map forward. All the mobs are frozen. Yeah. Fun. Yeah, create and shaders don't play well together. And it's I think it's Gecko lib compat. No, it's Flywheel Iris compat is a mod that if you're playing with create and you're playing with shaders, I recommend installing. I think there's sometimes some compatibility issues that I've heard of, but for this world and for this small scale of a mod pack, it has worked swimmingly and has fixed a lot of my lag issues when it comes to the create mod. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it if you are playing with create and this mod, the Fossil and Archaeology mod, and like, I don't know. I keep my pack really, really simple. I don't like adding big mods. I hesitate to even add new mods because I worry of like compatibility issues that could arise and then corrupt the file or something. I am always very wary of going crazy with this mod pack because I've just had some less than ideal experiences in the past with mod packs, like playing on a world for a while and then all of a sudden it just decides to go kaput. That always is a very upsetting, and especially since not only I am attached to this world, but I'm sure some of you are as well. I don't want to do anything at all that's gonna put the save in jeopardy. Because I for sure have a big emotional attachment to this world. There's even I don't want to I don't ever want to show it on camera, but if you explore this world in the world download, you'll find the area. But it's definitely a personal build, and it's one I never plan on showing on camera for any reason, because it's for me. It's not really for you guys. But if anyone finds it in the world download, I mean, you'll figure out what it is. But it's just a very like I have a very strong attachment to this world, very personal attachment, and I've kind of shown that in some area that if you get it, you'll find out. But like, I don't know what else to say about it. But like, I have a very strong attachment to this world is what I'm trying to get at. So if anything like corrupted it, like a incompatible mod that I just decided to download one day and then like a month later decided, oh yeah, no, you shouldn't have ever downloaded me. Sorry. I would legit cry if this world like got corrupted and I lost all the backups, which hopefully will never happen. I was a little scared earlier because it wasn't loading, and was crashing a little bit, but I think we resolved the issue. I allocated more memory to the file. Because randomly Minecraft decided to, like, remove my instance. I mean, like, I had all the files and stuff, so it, like, wasn't a problem, but, like, on the launcher, it removed my instance, which was a little strange, and I was very scared. But I got it all working again. It was all fine. I might need more ferns. Ah. Where's my bed? Right there. Look at that sunset. Look at it go. Look at how beautiful. Look at that. Can I see the Diplos from here? They're not rendered. Nah. What can I see from here? While we're looking at the sunset. We can see their enclosure, which is looking beautiful as ever. Kind of see off into the distance. I don't know. There's not a whole lot out here at the current juncture. Okay. Okay, buddy. There's monsters on... Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. There's monsters. Okay. Alright. Ah, no monsters there. But it breaks my immersive vehicles mod, and I had to get rid of it. Oh, that sucks. I made that mistake with diagonal fences. Now I'm stuck with them forever. Yeah, that's another thing, too, is there are sometimes things that, like, you'll add into your mod pack, and, like, it'll just be incompatible for some really weird and obscure reason that'll slightly annoy you, but, like, it won't be terrible. And one of the things that I'm really excited for whenever we update is the fact that I no longer have to use replay mod. Because it's very rare, but sometimes the replay mod just likes to replace the fossil and archaeology creatures with a different fossil and archaeology creature. And one of my most prime examples, if you go to the swamp episode, and I think it's one of the time lapses in the swamp episode, but it's got a view out to the like left side into the river, and you just see like 4 or 5 stegosauruses swimming in the background. Those are all supposed to be sturgeon, but I guess the replay mod just decided, oh yeah, those can be stegos. That's fine. No one's gonna have any questions about that. But it made me chuckle. Like I left it in. And I could have, like, fixed it or tried to, but I was like, no, that's funny. That's just funny. If anyone comments on that, they're, one, super observant, so congrats to them for paying attention. Even, you know, to the time lapses. But, yeah, I thought that was pretty funny, so I left it in. But there's just some random stuff that happens like that when you've got a lot of mods working together, and it's super unfortunate. You have the same issue, but it's with the fences not being the right ones. Oh, that's got to be annoying. Yeah, I don't know. Replay mod's super... It's useful. It's so useful because it's the only one we have in this version. It's the only, like, mod of its kind in this current version, and I really wish I had flashback, but it's in the newer versions of the game, and I don't know if the devs currently have any plans to update to that version. I know that the Cedar Mountain update's getting worked on. I mean, that's what they've said publicly, at least. But I really hope that they'll update to a newer version. But I don't know if Poe at least hasn't mentioned it to me, and I don't think they've mentioned it on the Discord, so I don't think they've got any plans currently for that. Especially with the newer updates getting updates all the time, it's harder to update to them because they're constantly changing their code. That was the reason Fossil and Archaeology was stuck in 1.12 for a while as well, is because modern versions of the game, like Minecraft, had changed so incredibly much. It was hard to basically recode everything to work properly. And like I has been said by them and by me and like other FA creators, the FA devs do the whole mod as a passion project, which is an insane amount of work. for something and the devs are so passionate to like have put in that much work into this mod, it's great. Love it. They don't like, we even like once on the SMP hosted that Christmas event and tried to say, hey, can we like raise money for you guys, like as like a donation, like a Christmas gift? And they were like, no, we don't want that. And I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, they're just, this whole thing is a passion project. So that's why another, like, people for sure, watch out for people that are saying like, when's the next update to the devs. It's fine to like say it to maybe FA YouTubers. They're not going to be able to tell you anything. We don't know. But like specifically to the devs, like they put a lot of effort and work, and everyone should be really, really appreciative of that. Yeah. Yeah. The version updates. It's just because that like so much changes in the game between the coding versions, and like some mods are able to, you know, change really quickly, but others, you know, you've got to be patient. And FA is just such a big mod. And like, if you really realistically look at it, FA is a huge mod. The dinosaurs having like different animations, having different behaviors, like it's crazy how much is actually in this version. I've come here because I've run out of ferns. And I require more. I'm gonna put this back. I require more fern. More fern in my life, please. I think, not there, right there. I put them in here, didn't I? Yeah. Not that, I want this. Can I repair? No. Okay. That'll be fine. Oh, that's an annoying noise. Put that in there, and that'll be fine. Tulips, don't want the tulips. But yeah, I'm glad that they've updated at least to the versions that we're in now, because there's so much more that I can do now with this kind of series. You didn't know, I actually tried to make a series a long time ago. All the videos are taken down. I think I deleted them before I even like thought or dreamed of doing this series. But I attempted, and I built one enclosure, and it had no trees. It was literally just a slot of grass. And honestly, I tried it in 1.12, and it just looked terrible. Looked terrible. I so glad, so glad that we've updated. Because I started, like, when I was playing in 1.12 with FA, I started missing the newer versions of the game because they just felt nicer. They looked nicer. Like the textures and everything after that update really improved the artistic style of the game for the better, in my opinion, at least. I know some people are nostalgic and really like that old version. This is gonna be loud. I'm so sorry. Let me just break this. Gosh, that's loud. I know some people are really nostalgic for those old textures, but I really love the new stuff, and the new way the game looks is phenomenal. I think we're like, everything we're doing right now is minor details, so I'm sorry that this may not be the most interesting thing in the world. And once we wrap this up, we can go build the gold farm if we want. If we want to build the gold farm in today's live. I also don't have grass. Away! We're gonna go collect grass. Just a little bit. And I have the perfect spot. Because there will be no grass here. Eventually. I wonder if, like, me doing this actually saves a little bit of rendering power. Like, because this is going to be under a hill at some point in the near future. Near, far future, kind of, whenever I get around to it. So, I wonder if that saves any of the game's, like, rendering power. There's a lot of shadow on these like, grass pixels here. I think I'm just going to go, like, 2 stacks. We got through a lot of it with just One like 45, so I don't think I need too much. That should be fine. You don't miss some of the old textures, the old netherrack? Yeah, the old netherrack was disgusting. Disgusting to look at. I saw it the other day. I was like, wow, that's gross. Thanks, Mojang. You have saved our eyes and the eyes of the young ones from that horrendous texture. I mean, I like the fact that you weren't meant to like it. You know, I mean, it literally is like in the place that represents the bad place. But I'm so glad that they decided that it should be smoother, because it should be. I've been subpar at doing the dead bushes, and I apologize. Do some there. They're very vibrant for some reason over here. I don't know why. Just try and mix in some more grass as well. Fortunately, this area really does not matter, in my opinion. This is a very, like, no one's ever supposed to see this, but I like the small details here. Small details make or break a world, in my opinion. And I know earlier in the stream I said I need to get better about not putting so much detail into spots that no one's ever going to see on camera. But it's okay, because we're working on them on a live stream, so you guys are seeing them on the camera. And it's my excuse to make it look pretty. They are a big color shift from the green grass. But I think if it's, like, small enough, it's fine. I think. Again, no expert. I think if we put them... I like putting them around the rocks a little bit. I also like when it's daytime, so I'm going to go sleep in a second. That. Yes. Good, Anakin. I wonder if that's copyrighted. Is that, like... I still am pretty bad about knowing what copyright is going to copyright me. Like, I know I can't sing in these live streams or in the videos. I know I can't do stuff like that, which actually sucks. I am a person that loves singing, like when I'm just doing stuff. I was in an acapella group. Little known fact. Little known. Was in an acapella group. Pretty fun. Just in high school. Like it was nothing big or serious, but it was lots of fun. But I like just singing. I am a person that definitely sings in the shower. My roommates laugh at me. And that's okay. Because I have 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. They can laugh all they want. I'ma keep singing. But no, I really like singing, but I know if I sing, YouTube overlords will demonetize everything. They'll take away my livelihood. This is not my livelihood. I don't think I will ever make enough money from YouTube to sustain a livelihood. At least not in the current economic state of the United States. I don't think I will ever make enough money from YouTube to support myself and a family. Unfortunately. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm rather small, and I make some, like, it's like nice money, you know? Nice money to have. It's not a huge lot, but it's nice. And a lot of that is from you guys, you know, watching the videos and, you know, seeing the ads that YouTube decides to place on them. Trying to just check that I've, like, gotten everything I would like in here. Really trying, really trying. And, like, some of this will also get taken care of when I work on the Ankylosaurus. Like, this section is a little funky right here. And if you didn't hear at the beginning of the stream, that's next. That's next. This guy. See him? See these? See these? You see that? That's planning. That's me. I'm planning a thing. I want to do a waterfall. I don't know how it's gonna look at the end. It might look absolutely awful, and then I scrap the whole video, and then it doesn't come out for like a month. But in theory, it's gonna look really good. In theory, it'll look splendidly, and people will love it and like the video and share it with their friends and say, "Oh, this guy, he's pretty cool." I really hope that I want this waterfall to look really cool, because I think from like a view like here, I don't think I want it off to the side that much. I think I actually want to shift it so like one stream's coming here, one stream's coming there, and then they meet in like a pond and then it drains out here. This is gonna change. This is ugly as all get out, but we will fix. Trust me. We're working slowly but surely, surely but slowly. And don't call me Shirley. Yeah, I don't think anyone knows how it works, Rye. Yeah, the dinos do love to drown in them. Something I do, and I don't always show it on camera, is like when I'm building an enclosure or something like that, I will intentionally sit the dinosaurs down and like hand feed them to grow them up. Like instead of just relying on them to grow up themselves, just because I am concerned that they will like drown themselves in something. Which is an unfortunate part of their coding, that they'll just like decide to swim or something. So I just like, you know, I don't like that the dinosaurs can, you know, actually suffocate or drown super easily. It's kind of annoying, especially on a content creator side, where, especially because like I want to do everything in this world right, I go and like have to procure another DNA or something. Actually, guys, I have a confession. In the Psittacosaurus episode, I hatched the creatures and finished decorating their exhibit. While I was decorating, one of them died. They grew up, like phased through a wall and drowned in a puddle of water that was in like one of those water caves. I've since plugged that entire cave because I didn't want it to happen again. But yeah, I'd replaced it without ever telling anyone. Sorry. Very, very sorry. Not one of the named ones. Not one of the named ones. None of my named dinosaurs have died ever, which has been very kind, very nice. I think that's Psittacosaurus incident, and then I think I've had one Megalograptus die, actually, in the aquarium. I was just like over somewhere, and then I just got the notification, Megalograptus suffocated, and I was like, what? I actually probably need to, I think I still need to replace that one. I just haven't gotten around to it. I don't show them off that often, if I'm honest. Probably should. That's looking better. Like from the maybe like right there. Maybe right there at that peak. There's a little bit of a bald spot right around here. Yeah, right there. But overall, this is looking more like it was intended to. I am believing. Yeah, like that it's a small difference. It's a subtle difference, but it is a notable difference. And I think that's good. Hello. Hello, Vanessa. How are you? I don't know why I kind of went British with that one, but hello. Hi. Sorry. What am I building? This section of forest. For more of the forest. All I do in this series is build forest. I like how 90% of the time lapses in every single one of the videos. If you took all of the time lapse footage out of my series, I would guarantee you that over 50% of it would be tree building. Just building a tree. Trees. Just building trees. But yeah, so we're expanding the forest a little bit. I think we've just finished doing the foliage layer that I wanted to do. We can add flowers. That's something I forgot about. We can do some flowers. That could be cute. Could be cutie to have some flowers. Just in random spots. I don't think I want to go heavy on the flowers. Just again because they're not too prevalent in all time periods of the thing. Building forests are great on a park. It sometimes hides like staff facilities. Yes, I have an idea for a staff facility. Thanks to Spike. I think he suggested it in the Discord. And it's kind of, I put a poll a while ago. It's over by the info center. We can go look in a bit. But I put a poll in there and was like, hey guys, what should I put in this space? And I gave the option as para exhibit or something else. Because I was just unsure if it was like large enough. And I was convinced that it's not large enough. So I would like to return to that area, but I think I'm going to do a staff building out there. I think that would look like really cool. Out in that direction, kind of like maybe like kind of almost a power-ish plant, like even maybe geothermal or something. So that's upcoming. That look cool? Yeah, just a little pop of color in the back. We'll do another one maybe over here by the starter house. Unpack making custom trees because we know well that the regular sapling trees, yeah, the regular saplings, they suck. There's no other way around it. They look very Minecrafty. They're very nice for like Minecraft, and like feeling good. However, in terms of like a good build, if you want to do like good buildings, I like custom trees. It just feels more personal to me. Like everyone has their own version of custom trees, but I'm very proud of mine because I think a lot of people can look at them and say, "Oh, yeah, that's Coda." Like I definitely didn't invent the spruce tree, but I think my versions are like at least unique enough that you can at least see that, oh yeah, that was one by Coda. Like I use copycat walls in the tops, like right there. I'm pretty sure when I started doing that, no one had done that before. I've seen a couple other people do it since, but I'm pretty sure I did that first. Just gonna coin it. I did it. You know what? That was me. But I like that everything feels uniquely me in this world. I like that I've fully embraced trying to do my own style and stuff, and I hope that people can kind of tell like, oh yeah, that's a Coda build. I think that's nice for, you know, me. And I've definitely like over the years, I've taken a lot of inspiration from a lot of builders. Like again, like the chaotic craft was a huge inspiration for me personally. Taking a lot of inspiration from his style of terraforming and stuff. I've taken a lot of inspiration from Charlie, Lord Keat. If you've not subbed to Charlie, go sub to Charlie. He's amazing. I've taken a lot of inspo from Fern as well. His series is amazing. His is a lot more Jurassic Parky, so it's harder to adapt some of his stuff into mine, but just a lot of different YouTubers have influenced me over the years. All of your fossils and archaeology episodes, Coda. I'm on episode 12 right now while I build your park. That's amazing. Please post pictures in my Discord. I love seeing other people's parks. They're really, really nice and fun to look at. But yeah. What was I talking about? But episode 12, what was episode 12? Was that episode 12? I think is around when I updated worlds and I did a couple episodes on like not dino stuff. And I probably should, in hindsight, shouldn't have done that. I should have like just done that on my own time and posted a video about dinosaur related stuff because they did not do good. If you're making a dinosaur content series, my advice, stick to the dinos. It's okay to sometimes veer off and do like I did the building episode, but it was in service of the dinos. I don't recommend doing one where you just go around and explore and update. Not great. Hi, pizza user. Hi. Oh, you've got the new badge. It's the 1 month badge because I haven't uploaded the other ones because we're doing the polls and stuff. Making trees, so I try and take some inspiration from your trees. Oh yeah, everyone's totally fine to take inspo from all of my trees. You're all welcome to do that. like I said it in a video in the previous. It's always okay to take an inspiration, but you need to keep in mind the fine line of copying and stuff, and like citing your sources. And I'm not too offended by copying. I think it's very kind. You know, it's like, oh, they liked my build enough to use it. Um, and like the like copying and inspiration is a very very subtle line, and it's hard to necessarily describe it. Um, it's just if you are questioning whether or not it's copying, cite it. That's my advice. If you are questioning in your mind whether or not you have copied someone, just give them credit. Just say, "Oh yeah, I watched a lot of this video and took a lot of inspiration from them." That's just it's always better to cover your bases than get accused of copying or something, in my opinion at least. And that goes for any YouTuber. That's not just me. If you like take a lot of inspiration from Fern or something, and it's unique enough where you don't feel like you're copying, maybe don't cite it. But if you are questioning in yourself, maybe that's copying, just go ahead and shout him out, you know? I feel like it's the safest way to cover all of your bases. Especially, and like when I say shout out, I mean like maybe just say their YouTube channel name, or even if you feeling up to it, link them in your description. I feel like that's a great thing to do. Like whenever Spike has made me a graphic, I think it's even on this stream, Spike made me a PFP. I've linked or added his channel for you guys because he's incredible. I showed Fern as like a dummy in the info center video, like not a dummy, a armor stand setup something, and I linked his channel. I think on that episode, I'm pretty sure I did, but you know, just it's always important to really ask yourself, am I taking inspiration, or I'm copying? And if you feel like you're on that line or you're edging that line, just go ahead and give them a shout out. It's just a great way to cover all your bases. It's a good idea, especially on the internet where like people like to start drama, and be like, oh well, you're copying this person. I personally am not a fan of drama. I don't think like I'd ever call someone out for like using my builds because like the timestamps are there. You can see I posted my video first, so it doesn't entirely bother me. Um, but you know, that's my spiel. That's my spiel. I'll stop talking about that. Sorry. Haven't joined your Discord, but I like how nice you are, Coda. I definitely will. You're always welcome. Join. You don't never required, but it is tons of fun. There's a lot of I like to put a lot of polls and like interactive stuff in there. I'm getting more into the YouTube polls again. I was very in on it when I first started my channel or this series, and I don't know why I've fallen out. I tried to like replace it, I guess, with the Discord. But I'm trying to use the YouTube more because they seem to reach more people. So I like having more of that representation of the actual audience. What mod do I use to make the grass blocks full grass? I think I have a specific mod. Do I have the? I either what mod do I use? I think it's continuity. I think it is continuity. And if it's not continuity, I'm so sorry, but I know I think it's continuity is what does that. I think it is. I think it's continuity. If I'm wrong, feel free to ask me in the Discord. If you try it after the stream is over, feel free to ask me. I'll try and figure it out. I think this is good. I think maybe a flower over here, maybe a little bit. Oh, and torch flowers. Torch flowers are nice. I think maybe just kind of around this area where I have my setup currently. I feel like that's fine. And does blue work in this area, do we think? Does blue work? Just like these orchids work. Is kind of just a hint of blue. A pop, if you would. I mean, eventually these flowers are going to be kind of covered up. by the trees and everything. I think it works. I think if we maybe just like put, because obviously this is a slope, I think if we maybe just put a little bit of like white on this side, I think it could look cool. Just a little bit of pop. I think that's good. Maybe right there. Maybe right there another hint of blue to balance it. Hint of blue. I think that's good. That look good. These look good. I think so. What did I use over here? Did I just do? Yeah, I just did 2. And like I said, I think this is mostly just calling back to the fact that this was a flower forest in this area. Like, I don't like using flowers throughout the park, so I think it's fine to just, like, use them here as, like, a little callback to what this biome used to be. Little patch right there. We'll do another little patch over here. I really wish that these would kind of emit some kind of glow. It's a missed opportunity. What is my favorite color? Not to sound emo, but my favorite color has always been black. I like black. I just like dark, I think. Aside from that, my favorite color would probably have to be green. I really like green. I mean, it's plants and everything. I like the color of the earth. Lichen. Put a little bit of glow lichen on some of this stuff. Just to give it a little bit of glow. Spawn proof a little bit. Spawn proof a teensy beansy bit. For lighting if they let off. Yeah, they would be so good because they look so natural. Torch flowers would be so nice. I am afraid all of my enclosures are not at all spawn proof. If you're messing around in the world download, don't mess around at night. I recommend sleeping. It's dangerous. They're everywhere. Almost slipped into my favorite accent. But yeah, no, it's real dangerous. Real dangerous at nighttime. So I recommend if you're playing around in the world download, make sure you sleep. Lest the creeper blow up all of the Psittacosaurs. I mean, you could always just re-download the world download again and play it, but you know. Protoceratops and a small Cali bird, and then Compy. I'm currently working on my aquarium. Oh, nice. Aquariums are a big task. I warn you. Make sure you count right, or else you'll have a wall that's 2 blocks off, and you'll have made an entire massive mega enclosure for your mosasaur, and then you'll realize that the whole wall is 2 blocks off, and then people in your stream will tell you that it will bother them, and then you have to fix it. But that's okay, because it would have bothered you too if you didn't fix it. But just make sure that you count right. It is my one and only piece of advice for the aquarium. Count correctly, or else you'll be in a world of hurt later, like I was. In all seriousness, the aquarium's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with that build. If I redid it today, I would do things a lot differently now. Like, I would have built the whole thing a lot differently. Trying to make it more interesting. I think it's a little boxy, in my opinion, looking back on the design. I'm not going to change it in this series. If we ever do a sequel series, I'll probably have a new one to build. But in this series, it's not changing. I think that's a good section of foliage. I think that looks nice. Mighty nice. Good foliage. I need to sleep. You gonna sleep on the roof? Really letting my country American show. Sorry. Y'all, I'm sorry. I wonder how many times my like I wonder if anyone can tell in any of my videos when if my accent like kind of slips out. Like I've been told I have a country accent. Like maybe not like a terrible one. I mean, I kind of grew up in a more urban area than a rural one, but I did still grow up in the United States, technically like the South. So I have a bit of an accent every once in a while. And I wonder if people have seen that or thought it. I had a comment really early on in the series that asked if I was British, that I sounded British, which I guess is not wrong because technically, like, the American country accent is more close to British. Like, it actually is, like, linguistic experts, like, have analyzed it, and the American country accent is, like, I think it's either slowed down or sped up English accents. Like, if you speed up or slow down a person with a southern accent, it'll sound British. I forget which one it is. But people ask me, and I was like, oh no, I'm American as can be. Hoorah! Not as can be. I could probably be more American, but I am American. I am from America. And I hope I don't act as American as some people think we all act. Glad I found your channel because I watched some videos and I got so far they started flying puzzles. Just let it be realistic, and plus you always have fun long videos. I have always played around with how long the videos are, and I think I found a good length. I think I like the 20 to 30-minute videos. Like I almost clicked the wrong one. That's proof I can't switch. But I like the 25 to 30 because I think after that I personally start getting bored. And you got to keep in mind when I'm editing, I have to watch the video. Or at least I know there's probably better ways to edit, and I'm sure some people watch or like edit without watching themselves back. I watch it back probably 3 or 4 times before it's posted. Like every video that I post, I will have watched probably 3 or 4 times. Because I like watching it as a whole as I'm editing to like see how does this all flow together? Does this feel like a video worth posting? And I don't know if that's the best way to do it. It's the way I choose to do it. But I personally don't like posting anything that I would get bored watching. Or like bored to the point where like this is my first time seeing it. Did this bore me? So yeah, I like producing videos that I myself would watch. I think that's good. I think that section, this section of the foliage, is done. Now, with that said, do we want to keep working in this area? I know it's kind of getting around to the time I said it would end. I could maybe go for another 30-ish minutes. Do we want to keep working on this area, or I could even work on the gold farm? I have all the materials for said thing. Let me do a poll. That's how I ask you guys, because if you all try to ask me in the chat, what do question mark? Continue foliage, aka trees, or build spelling. Build gold farm. Start the poll. You guys tell me. You tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. What kind of we're gonna be making a vanilla one because I don't have the prowess or the brain power to figure out how to do a create one right now. I feel like I added the create mod as just like I like sometimes adding funny spinning blocks and I like the andesite bars a lot. Like I feel like I definitely underutilize the create mod. You are the Lorax, you speak of the trees, and the trees they say, please build me. Oh wow, it's neck and neck. It's 50-50. Vote in the poll. The poll in the chat, vote in it. There's no resource gathering required for either. Well, there's resource gathering required in the terms that I need to go through my storage system and get all the stuff I need for the trees. But in terms of the gold farm, it's already in the shulker boxes. So it would be faster. Okay, we're leading by 1 on the trees. And keep my eyes on it. Whilst I wait for you guys to respond to that, we can go look at something. Let's go look at the exhibit. I can show you all the amazing, amazing exhibit hall that I built. I showed some of you on stream, like, in an early version of it. I've also been kind of working in this area. I've added little, like, pedestals. On my Discord, I showed, like, a parking lot. It might change from the design I showed, but I'm really trying to work on this area, getting it nicer. I mean, the info center has just been floating. I know in our last episode, we spent a lot of time connecting this up, but I really want, like, a roadway to go through here. I want this to be like kind of like a stormwater runoff pipe, and then I want the road to like kind of come along here and then go out to the park. I think would be really cool. I hope. I think. Therefore it is. Alternatively, there could be no road that goes that way. And I can just raise the terrain up a little bit and have like the parking lots and then the road going that way. That could also be done. And that might honestly be better. Because I could turn this section into like a garden area. I don't know. I really don't. Okay, Gold Farm's winning. Gold Farm's winning. After the exhibit, can we see the tide pool? Yes, we can. I'll let that run for another, like, well, as long as it takes to look at these 2 things. Here's the info center. Let me before we go down to the exhibit, let me show you guys some of the great artwork. This one was done by Evil Banana. I think he had to depart, but this one's here. We've got an amazing artwork by Lollipop. This is a beautiful landscape. We've got this amazing, amazing art by Forest. If you've not seen it, also amazing. It's me riding a para. Excited to do the paras. I have like a pretty good idea for the paras. Here's a beautiful portrait of me by Mousy Bones. And Aces, who was in here earlier, I saw, did this beautiful one of me. That's me on a stream where I looked at the camera and went like that. Here's Fusion and Fusion's friends. They're in here. Here's some beautiful artwork done by Lord Breno. He's super talented. Look at all that. Look at all that. Here's some office spaces. I'm showing you stuff I don't show on camera a whole lot. Well, did you ever... Oh, the Confused Soreness? Is that the one you're thinking of? It is it's this one. It's the one I got. I've got all of the Mesozoic creatures in skeleton form throughout here. We've got tons all throughout here, all in different displays. I need to do the Cenozoic creatures, and I'm debating on whether or not they're going to go in this build, or if they're going to go in like an Ice Age type exhibit building when I build the Ice Age area. He's stinking cute. I'm glad people decided he was appropriate for the 1 month 1 month badge. I thought it was really, really nice. We've got our Arthropleura down here. We've got Meganera. which I learned is not a dragonfly. I don't remember what it is, but it is not a dragonfly. I apologize. We've got Diplocalus over here, hiding in there. Got Dimetrodon named Gwyn. Beast, I know you suggested that one. I literally just edited that section of the video to put your name suggestion on there. So it's Gwyn. We've got the Adaphosaurs. They're my favorite down here. And where's Grandpa? Grandpa's always flying on the lily pads. Then we got our Crash Uranus. I love this exhibit. And I'm super excited to get to work on the cave. As you can see, I've not. But I'm excited to work on that the next time we come over here. Which, unfortunately, I think the next time we work on the Carboniferous Caves will be after the world download in episode 30. Yes, Beast, I named the Dimetrodon. I named it Gwyn after what you suggested. Because I realized I didn't ask anyone for name suggestions on the last one. So I'm asking in the video that's coming out next time for name suggestions for all of them, as well as the Ankylosaurs. But yeah, I did name the Dimetrodon based off your suggestion. And up here actually is somewhere that I'll ask you guys about, because so this is one of two things. This could be our Cenozoic exhibit, where we put all of our Cenozoic skeletons, or I can save this space for future dinosaur editions that they add to the mod eventually, and do this interior later when they have more stuff. I can clean it up in a future stream probably, but we can add like different creatures into this area once they get added. And we can do a different building as like a Cenozoic info center in the future. But I'll probably eventually put that into a poll on the YouTube or in the Discord. Now, Vanessa, you wanted to see the tide pools, which is over here. And the Megalodon. It's getting work done. It's happening in the background. I did a little bit more work off camera on this section of the wall, whilst I was also moving that. So it's happening. It's coming. Yeah. There we go. This is, again, I would definitely remake a lot of this. I don't like that it's all really like one level. I mean, I know there's 3 different levels, but it all feels a little wonky. But here's our Nautilus. Here's the Sturgeon, all of our living fossils, Coelacanth, and the Alligator Gar. We've got the little tide pools. Now these, what's good about these guys is that they're self-feeding, so I don't have to feed them. But the bad part is that they get stuck on the sea pickles and then like just starve themselves. Because the coding for all of the prehistoric creatures doesn't know how to deal with sea pickles and really any block that's less than a full block, like hitbox wise. And so they are constantly just getting stuck on here. And I have to push them off so that way they'll eat. But, you know, there's only so much I can do. Like I said, like a lot of the dinosaurs are constantly stuck. But I just can't, I can't spend all that time moving them every single, like, second of my day. So, if you do get the world download and all the dinosaurs are starving, it's not because they're actually going to starve. It's just because they're all, you know, they're all stuck. And I can't do much about that. We also did this on stream one time. This was fun. I need to come back and actually do the rest of the interiors. We'll probably do that for the Megalodon episode. I want the Megalodon episode to be the finale of the aquarium saga, which is what I'm going to call everything since we built the aquarium. And I've been working on the aquarium. It needs to end. I've been working on the aquarium for episode 10 over a year ago now, probably. But it looks like the gold farm is 1, so let's do the gold farm. I've got some time remaining. Let me drop that. I also need to go gather leaves eventually. Maybe we'll do a leaf gathering stream. There's a lot of streams I need to do. Okay, what do I have in my inventory that's junk? We don't have to sort it right now, but I need to get it out of my inventory. Out. That's fine. Rob, fine. Probably fine. So far, everything looks good. Good. Thank you. It's been a long journey to get this far. And you said what? You said you were on episode 12. You've got a lot. You got a lot to catch up on. Can we see my favorite dinosaur, please? What's your favorite dinosaur? Was it Stego? Beast? What was your favorite? I think they're adding a new fish that update. Yeah, they're adding a high. It starts with an H, and it kind of has a high sound, like a Hybotis, if I say it right. Hybotis, something like that. It's a shark. I'm planning on eventually, like when that comes out, whenever they decide to release that, which I hope is soon. I have underground aquarium. Ah, the Moza. Okay, we can go over there. I have an underground section of the aquarium, which we'll go look at to show the Moza. But I have future proofing in this build. Because, well, here's the Moza. Let's see if we can see one out of here. They should be around here somewhere. Where are they at? I need to put more viewing vents for these guys. Where are they at? Where are they at? Only mildly concerning that I can't see one of the three of them. Now we'll loop around the enclosure and talk about the Hybotis. We got this over here, and I left this like this, like cautioned off, coming soon, because I knew when I was building this that cedar would eventually come out, and it was going to be adding another like thing. And I advise whenever you're doing something in the Fossil and Archaeology mod, or if you're doing a series, make sure if you do a building like this, make it expandable. If it's one that's going to be housing creatures, make it somehow expandable, or future-proof, as I like to say. This is my future-proofing. Eventually, like, if they add more stuff, we'll, like, dig down here and build, like, another exhibit on each side or something, or we'll go loop around somehow. Something. We'll do something to expand it. But if you're building a build like that, and even, like, the aviary, I have an idea for how to future-proof it. But one of the big reasons I haven't built that yet is because I'm not certain if that's going to work in my head as well. We'll go swimming. But I do, like, recommend future-proofing. Because Fossil and Archaeology updates more than you think. Of course, they're all over in this corner. But here's the Moses Beast. I hope you enjoy. Beautiful, beautiful Moses. All this enclosure, and they're only ever by the feeder and that corner. This section. Yeah, surprise editions happen quite a bit, and they're always nice. But I recommend future-proofing wherever you can. My idea for the aviary is literally to make separate buildings, like make it an avian research facility kind of type thing, and then have multiple buildings, and like some of them look under construction. I'm saying it here. No one can take my idea before I do it, okay? I'm going to do multiple buildings, and they're going to be under construction, and that's how I future-proof for when they add more pterosaurs. Okay? But no one take that. No one take that. That's mine. I came up with it. All by myself. I think. I don't know where I got the idea from, if I'm being honest. Okay. Let me pull up the tutorial. Gold farm. This is a design by Shulkercraft. And I'm going to hope that there's no... Is there audio for this? Ah, nice. Skipping the ads. Give me a second. I believe it has to be built in another waste biome. So we might have to get to another waste biome. Yeah, it does need to be built in another waste. Okay. That'll be fine. Want them to add Torvosaurus? I would love Torvosaurus. Maybe next time for your next episode, just fixing things you wanted to fix, such as maybe placing a feeder a bit closer in the viewing area. Well, okay, so that's the thing about the fossil and archaeology mod, is that you would think the animals would go around the feeder. That feeder in the mosasaur area is directly next to the viewing gallery. Like, it's literally just below that main, like, you saw how I was looking at, and there's like a little platform there. I put the feeder directly next to that platform. It's just a little bit hidden, but it's out in the open. The mosasaurs can access it, like, very easily. It's just they only go into that corner because of the southwestern problem in the mod. And when will I build the aviary? Not soon, but not far, if that makes any sense. Like, it's not going to be terribly far away, but I don't like promising, like, oh yeah, we'll be building the whatever in, like, the next episode. Like, I like to reserve the right to be like, oh yeah, it's not happening this week, guys, I'm sorry. Yeah. Spawns the most pigs. Good. I'm following the design by Shulkercraft. Oh, wait, I need to replace that. Hold on. I was about to go through and build the whole farm, and not one of you told me to start my replay recording. Not one of you. None of you. None of you decided. Where's the... Am I in line with this? Because that would be kind of nice to have. In line with these torches. Let me quickly reload the world so that way the replay file is not tremendously huge. Yeah, the feeders are cursed. They, like, the dinos just kind of go to them, and then they also are just, like, completely helpless. But here, 1 second. Here we go. World Cup. Argentina beat England. What? I have to respond. Because, you know, it's terrible. I think, guys, I told you guys this last stream. My girlfriend is the one who likes the World Cup. And I like it because she likes it. And so I've been learning a lot about the World Cup. And we were originally rooting for Mexico. And then Mexico, who beat Mexico? England beat Mexico. So we didn't like England after that point. Now Argentina just beat England. So we're kind of happy. But, you know. But yeah, where was I? Starting the replay. I was about to, again, start without starting. And for that, I apologize. Just gotta build this up, is what it says. There we go. Okay. And we gotta go. I'm gonna fly. Yeah. Skill. It was skill. Okay. And now what's it say? It's an 8-minute video, so it's not too horrendously bad. Make a 3x4 glass platform in, I'm assuming, one direction. Nice. Okay. I'm going to go away from where I like to build everything. Okay. Let's hope I can place this. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be good. Should be correct. I do not live in Utah or Phoenix. Good try, though. Good try. I really don't think I'll ever admit where I live intentionally. Mostly for privacy reasons, you know? Like, I don't think I don't think anyone really needs to know where I live. You know? Like, I get maybe some people like to announce where they live because they, like, want the clout of, like, being like, oh yeah, I live in LA. Or something like that. It's just the best place to live. I'm official YouTuber or whatever. I'm not gonna. I'm very proud of where I'm from. That's not the thing, but I don't think I would ever want anyone to know where I live or where I go to school. You know, because like again, like I said earlier, every person you see behind the screen is a real person, and you should always strive to treat them like real people. And I feel like once people find out where you live, they stop treating you, or like once they find out that they can go find you in some random place, they stop treating you like a real person. Or like once you get really famous on YouTube, people like will come up to you and expect you to be like a celebrity, like a Hollywood actor or something. Um, but it's just you have to remember that these are real people. They have lives, and like if imagine if you were them, and then suddenly one day a bunch of people come up and start like, you know, interrupting you in your private life or trying to find you or something, like locate you on like your college campus or something like that. That'd be a strange day. um I am not from San Diego. It's a good guess. Good guess. Good guess. Um what else have I been here? Pizza place, good. Pizza place. My roommates and I have a tradition where at the end of every semester we go and get pizza, or we order pizza to the apartment or dorm wherever we're currently at. Um, and I have always loved that. Like it's so nice, so nice. Sorry, I've got an ad. Place walls around. Okay, you were not close at all. if I if I'm being honest, um, you were not close, unfortunately, Beast. 217 or 23 blocks high. Okay. So we need a lot of glass. And we're just gonna place them along like this. Place it. Not there. Right there is fine. Yeah, no, the one hint I'll give you is I live in a state that has no dinosaur fossils. And it sucks. I mean, I think there's some like dinosaur fossils you could find, but like maybe, but I don't think any fossil has been found in the state I live. And if one day someone finds out the state I live in, I don't think that'll be the worst thing in the world. I think it would get weird if people started finding out exactly where I live, like where I go to college or something like that. Like that I think would be a little odd and a little scary. Just because, again, you know, I'm a real person. And I have a life outside of the content creator, with friends, family, and other stuff going on in my life. So I think the first time, and I am gonna apologize in advance, the first person that recognizes me in public as like a content creator that I like don't know personally or haven't told, like I've told my friends, I've told my family, and like people know about it. But if the first person that I meet that I don't know but recognizes me as a content creator, I think is going to be so odd and I'm going to be so awkward. So I'm apologizing in advance to whoever that is. If you ever find out where I am or like run into me in the wild, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to be so awkward because I just won't be expecting it at all. I was going to say Illinois, but Chicago has the Field Museum. I do not live in either. Oh, well, I don't live in Chicago. That's what I'm going to tell you. But I am going to Chicago pretty soon on a. I'm going to a concert in Chicago with my girlfriend for her birthday, and I'm super excited because I'm going to go to the Field Museum. I'm going to go to the Field Museum, and I'm going to take a lot of pictures. I might even take some footage for a video, if that's something people are interested in. I would like to take like a little bit of like not like a record a video or something because I'm probably sure that the museum has some kind of rule against recording or something. But I do wanna get some clips or some footage. Footage. I would like some footage to show off in a video. Or even like if you don't know, I have an Instagram for the channel. I made a post for the last video. Um, if you've not followed that, it's in the link, or there's a link in the description of the stream right now, and all of my current videos. Highly recommend it, and by highly I mean you can sub if you want. It's not the best. I forget about it sometimes. But I like posting some stuff, and if you're interested in all of the content that comes out of the dino world, that is a place where there's content being made exclusively for the Instagram and for the TikTok. You are not my son, Beast, but you are very special to me. I hope I don't have a son. I'm only 20. The Field Museum is super nice, yeah. What do you think is the fastest way to cover up water spot with sand? Is it faster to go down and build up at the sand and top and drop the sand? Technically, the fastest way you can drain water is to build, like you said, build like go to the bottom, build up, but then build like smaller squares and then use sponges to drain it. Is the best way that I've seen, and the most efficient way that I've seen done. So if you're trying to drain it, I would say do that. If you're trying to build it, you just got to place the blocks. That's probably the fastest. Like if you're trying to fill it in. Okay, we got to do. I need building blocks. I'm going to go ahead and take all this. That's fine, and we can even take the rest of that. What I believe is about to happen is I have to go boop, boop, boop. Okay. Now what? Delete the dirt blocks and then add 3 temp blocks and another. Okay. So I need to do that for all of them. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, bomb. 1, 2, 3, bomb. Okay. Done. On the 4th block, add 2 temporary blocks. Okay. 1, 2. I think that'll be fine. Okay. According to this. Place trapdoors on all building and temporary blocks. Got it. Again, I am using a tutorial by Shulkercraft. If you would like it, it's on his channel. I should probably have put a link in the description, but I will probably change it after and add that. It also will be available on the video, because I will probably use this time-lapse footage in the next video. Should be good. Going up. Getting this done. There we go. All the way up there. Not that. Missed one there. I think that's good. Last side. And we can do all of that. The reason I want to do this, by the way, I don't think I ever clearly stated that. I want to set up piglin bartering because I would really like quartz in large quantities. I'm going to do a couple of builds. I think that might require it as like either floor block or just some kind of decorative thing. So I would like some quartz. I also have been using a lot more daylight sensors, and I would like a better source of quartz. Place a turtle egg on each block. Unfortunately, I think I only have 3 turtle eggs. But with that said, I think I can get 3 layers done. And then if that's all we do, that's fine. turtle egg. Because I think all I would need to do is just go get another turtle egg. Did I put one? I did. I did. Did I? Did I just... Yes, there's a turtle egg there. You're not going crazy, Coda. Turtle egg. And this is because I think the zombie pigmen will want to try and pathfind to the turtle egg and will try and trample it. But if we do not allow them that ability, they will then subsequently fall to their doom and give us the sweet, sweet gold that which we require. Okay, so that's all good. All good. Doing the turtle egg. Okay. Sorry, I'm literally watching the video to make sure I'm doing this. Go out 12 magma blocks from the glass edge. Okay. 12. 12. Okay. You have to go, Beast. Thank you for being here. I shall see you in the next one, hopefully. Okay. Yeah, the zombies crushed them. Good. Ah. See you as well, Vanessa. Great to have you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I assume we are just going to connect them in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I assume that that's just going to be the exact same thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, right, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I'm going to quickly check to make sure that my next step is actually indeed connecting them. Because I believe, yes, it is. Connect them up, which is probably going to be the hardest task that we do. Because we're going to have to do it like 4 times, which is unfortunate. But we can start it like so. There's going to be a lot of shifting. And if I have to break any of them, it's going to be really tricky because they're like insta-mine. Which is terrible. Not terrible, it's actually really good for the fact of gathering. Like, for this, I literally went to the volcano biome. I showed you all in the last episode and just mined a ton of magma. I actually did it like in the time of last episode. Like I haven't done this recently. This has been sitting on my to-do list since I went to that volcano biome. But it's getting done today. And eventually I should probably get my bow out. Because I bet you there's going to be ghasts. Because there always is. Swift Sneak is amazing. It is my favorite thing that they added in that update. Yeah, the frogs are good, the warden's good, but Swift Sneak. Phenomenal. Ow. Gonna eat a golden carrot. It's so nice for building as well. Like, being able to, like, crouch on the end of stuff and play super fast is lovely. Lovely jubbly. Lovely, lovely jubbly. This might not actually take as long as I thought. I mean, it's still going to take a while. I mean, we're, you know. It's not going to take that long, though. Not the longest of the farms that I've built in this world. I don't think. And I'm sure that there are probably better designs I could use that are more efficient and or, like, produce more But I don't need, like, a Hermitcraft level gold farm. I just need enough to get me, like, a couple stacks of quartz. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And I know some, like, hardcore videos and stuff, like, really emphasize the creation of farms in their videos. Like, this is probably just gonna be, like, oh, time-lapse, maybe. Hello, Lightosaur. Enjoying your 1-month badge? I think it's funny because I've only uploaded the Confucius badge. Every one of my members now just has the 1-month badge. Don't worry, the other ones are getting voted on. I put a poll for the members in the Discord. And I asked, like, hey, Dilophosaurus, or it was Dilophosaurus, Stegosaurus, Allosaurus, and Pachyrhinosaurus. And I think the Dilo's winning. It won the members, and then I put it in the community, the top two, which was Dilo and Stego, because I know that I only have a couple members. Like, I'm not saying that, like, oh, I have so small members. I mean, like, I only have a handful of members, which is really cool because that means that, you know, like, those are the people that care, and they're amazing. But I didn't want all of the deciding power to be just on them, you know, because eventually I'll get more members, and maybe they would have preferred something else as a collective. So I put it to the members first to pick the top two, and that's probably how I'm gonna run it the rest of the polling for the badges. It's just a small thing too, so I don't think people will really care. It's a small little thing to have the little dino badges. Totally, yeah. Don't worry, Light. They'll update as I finish the polling and stuff. Like, I'm probably gonna go through tonight and add the Dilophosaurus because I think it's winning the community post. Last time I checked, it had like 60% of the vote, and it was like, yeah, it was like in the lead by a lot, by like 30 votes. So I was like, ah, yeah, it's probably gonna be that one in the end. But I also, what's good about it is, like, I've been doing it, one, as an excuse to do more stuff in Blender, because all of the ones I've used are Blender, but I also have been using it to just have some spare renders of the dinos, just that I can use on anything. Like, the thumbnail today is literally just using those Blender renders. So, didn't need the best farm ever, just supplying me with enough rockets. Yeah, that's the whole goal. Just trying to get enough to supply my very small demand. You love the builds, by the way. You inspired me to come up with some great ideas in your own build. Perfect. That's exactly what I do this for. So that's lovely to hear. If you would like to share them in the Discord, I have a whole channel for Minecraft builds that I like seeing what people get up to in this game. You never know when something you build will in turn inspire me as well. Okay, that's one layer done. How much more do I go up? I am going to assume that I go up a couple blocks, but let me check. I think it's only 3. Oh, I should end the poll because we're gonna finish the gold farm, and that's probably gonna be it for today. 3 block gaps and make 4 platforms total. Okay. So it's literally gonna be 1. Oh, that was almost bad. 1, 2, 3. And then it should be there. 3 block gap. Does that make... Wait. It's... Yeah, because this is on level... This will be on level. Okay. Yes, makes sense. Just gonna do the same thing. Same thing. Go all the way out. Also, may just do an outline of this one. I like kind of switching it up as you know, as we build the farm. I like switching up the method that I fill in the platforms. Like I like doing that on the Enderman farm, because that one has a huge spawn platform. I think it's bigger than this one, but it's only one, I believe. This one is a big platform, and there's multiple. But I like fiddling with how I'm actually placing all of the different platforms and like filling in. Keeps me engaged. And there we go. Let's just fill in. Filling in. Is this damaging my boots? No, it's fine. They're fine. Totally fine. Ah. I need to, after the stream, I will go through and like change the description to link the video of where I got this design from. And it will 100% be in the actual video that this footage appears in. I don't want to take the time to do it right now because, you know, I want to get this done because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. I did eat a late lunch, but I do want to go eat dinner. I do definitely want to go eat something. I'm thinking dino chicken nuggets again tonight. And by again, I mean like as a post-game or post-stream meal. Ah, yeah, okay. But I think Frostwalker just lets you walk as well. Like, I think Frostwalker just completely lets you walk around on magma. No, shifting required. I was looking in the complete wrong area. Sorry. And here we go. Bum, 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 bum. I also, I have been slowly but surely saving some dino horror game demos. I know I played, what, 2 dinosaur horror games? I've been slowly but surely adding ones to my wish list and adding ones to, like, if they're a demo, adding them to my library for the event of Halloween. I'm probably not going to do any more scary ones between now and then. I know we played a lot in Jurassic June. But I'm going to probably save the scary ones now for Halloween. And I'm going to try and every once in a while pick a dino game. It's not going to be often because I like to stay focused on Minecraft. Because I have a tight schedule and I want to have the videos out for you guys. But anytime I want to like play a different game, I might. Especially Evolution, we need to finish the campaign, the Rebirth campaign, and I would also like to give Prehistoric Kingdom a try, because that one also looks really fun. There's a couple other paleo games I've added to my wish list recently. So people are not... Okay, so you can't join the world with me. I unfortunately do not play multiplayer. But what you can do is tier 2 members have the world download. Or like access to a world download where you can go into the world and play on your own accord. I know that it's behind a paywall currently. And that's just because I don't want people just actually copying my world all the time. And then like saying it's their own. Being behind a paywall right now just kind of lets me keep track of like, oh, who's got access? Who do I start barking, like what tree do I start barking up if the world is like being misused? But I think at the end of the series, whenever that happens, probably another like 1 or 2 years even, maybe more than that, I'll probably release, like when the final episode of this series comes out, I will release just the world download to everyone. Membership unlocks you world downloads right now, and I release a world download every 10 episodes. There's one coming up in about 4 episodes. And I release it for my tier 2 members, which are on the channel. There's currently 2 world downloads available. One for episode 20, and then I released one for the 1-year anniversary of the series. But yeah, they are available for tier 2 members when you buy the membership and then join the Discord and link your Discord and YouTube accounts. But yeah, I know they're behind a paywall, and I know people have different feelings about that, but I always try and tell people, like, if you can't, there's no pressure to ever become a member. But if you do decide to, that's one of your rewards. And then people that like still want the world download in the future and can't like become a member, I do say that whenever the series ends, there will be a world download that's released to just everyone to have. Because I mean, I won't be making content on it, and anyone that wants to make content on it, like, people will be able to see that, oh yeah, that's Coda's world. Or like there'll be too much for them to say it was just all theirs, you know, without proving it or something. So, but yeah. Yes. In addition, I need to do a better job of explaining what the membership gives. And it currently, like, I try and make it worth it. Oh! Okay, that one's bad. Out of there. Okay. What? You didn't die? I don't know where those all hit, but you know what? That's fine. Did it hit like okay. We got some of the blocks back. That's fine. Ow. Not that. That is the one problem building this farm that I've run into before, is the ghasts. The ghasts are terrible. Membership. That's what I was talking about. Currently for members, I have... What do I have? I have access to specifically member-only Discord chats. And I'm hoping as I get more, those become more active. I currently only have, like, 9 members, and they're all great. And most of them are my friends from YouTube. But like I said, I don't ever expect anyone to become a member. But you also get badges. If you scroll up a little bit, Lidacat has a little badge, and that's what all the polls I've been doing on the community tab are for, deciding what dinosaur will be for each tier of membership. Currently going through and making all those renders and setting all that up. You also get custom emojis, I believe, in the live stream chats and in like the YouTube comments, I believe. And then also, like, I will shout you out in the videos. I also have a member wall where I keep the names of all my members in this world, so people that get the world download can literally come and find their name somewhere in this park. So I have that. Kind of like a Stampy's Lovely Garden type vibe. But yeah. Again, I never like tell people, become a member, I need it. I don't need it. Don't worry. Don't ever worry. And eventually all of the stuff that is locked behind membership will be in the public's hands. Eventually. But if you feel like supporting, it's totally fine too. If you get every dinosaur in the mod in this series, would you ever continue if they add more, or would you just be done? Okay, that's a hard question. Because, on the one hand, I would want this series to continue for a long time. I have the goal of building for every single dino. And that's obviously going to take a long, long time. And I don't want to, like, ever rush a build and just completely, oh, I've got every dinosaur, but they live in a box. You know? I want to really take my time with each enclosure, make the entire build finished, polished, feeling nice, and looking good. So that in itself is going to take a long, long time. So I foresee this series lasting a long time. And also I foresee myself adding in fluff or filler, as I know some people like to say filler. Like that episode where I did the greenhouse, the watchtower and stuff, you could consider that filler. Like that might be a filler episode, if I'm being honest. But it's nonetheless important in my opinion because it fleshed out the park and was some really cool builds that I had fun doing. So I want to do episodes like that periodically where like maybe people would consider them filler a little bit. Maybe they're on a build that just kind of whatever. But I think that it's worth it to make a complete world and a good build. So hopefully that inflates the runtime, and like as I work on the dinosaurs, maybe they keep adding more while the series is still going on. And then for sure I'll keep like adding them. But if it ever gets to a point where I've gotten everything, there's no update in near sight, I'd probably take a break for a while and like maybe restart the series at the point of the next update, if that makes any sense, or at the point where I get tired of not having dinos in my catalog of game. But for this world, I want it to go on for quite a while. I want to get every single dinosaur, and if they update, that's great for me, because if they keep, adding updates. But I do foresee, like, if they, maybe I get ahead of them, and the update, like, the next update's not coming out for a while, there's only so many episodes that I could make before it's not Minecraft Dinosaurs, it's just me building with the dinosaurs in the background. So at that point, I would probably end the series, finish the park, and then release a world download, and then just wait for the next update to maybe just start a new world or a new series. So it's a nuanced issue, I guess, is the answer to that one. It depends on how the FA team updates, when they update, and how it lines up with what I do in this world. If they just keep updating and I never reach the end organically, that's perfect. Fine with that. Totally okay. That'd be great. Would love to see that. But if there's ever a point where like I've done everything, there's no update in sight, we'd probably restart at like in the series and then restart in a new world. And that'll also be good because it would let me break away from the national park theming and get into some new design stuff, which would be nice. And, at that point, hopefully the world is like 4 years old and there's a bunch of stuff just around that maybe needs updating. Maybe at that point I can be like, oh, it's nice to have new stuff and take my new building skills into the start of a new world, which will be fun. Do I hate the calamites tree? I don't like any of the Minecraft saplings that grow into the Minecrafty trees, and that applies also to the fossils like sapling trees. I think custom trees is the way to go if you're looking for aesthetics. Custom trees just allow you a lot more, as opposed to just placing the sapling down and then having it weirdly generate something that doesn't look exactly right in terms of shape, size, and all-around goodness of build. Also, welcome back, Ocean Master. I didn't say that. Yeah, doing some stuff in the middle, like adding more stuff other than just enclosure is really nice for diversity in the episodes. Like Rye said. Oh, the Calamites wood? Is that the green one? I think it might be the green one. Let me look. It is the green one. I do like it. I haven't used it a whole lot. Mostly because I just got the prehistoric plants up and going in my world. Literally that episode was the first time I cultivated them en masse. The saplings and everything. So, yeah, I haven't had a whole lot of time to play around with it. I've used the Timskaya wood in a lot of builds because it's a very, like, brown kind of color, and I liked it as a bit of diversity from the regular spruce. But I do probably need to find a use case for the calamites, and that'll probably get used in several different things eventually, once I build up some more. Of the resource itself. Because a big thing I do when I'm making the videos is making the builds is I calculate how long is it going to take me realistically to acquire the materials. And if it's going to take me too long and the video is going to take too long because of it, I don't want to do that. I don't mind using the Timskaya wood for small builds just because it's like right there, I might get the Calamites wood. I've seen some people use them as cattails, and I really like that. I really, really like that. But I like the wood colors. I don't like the tree generation, but I like the wood colors that Fossils adds. And I need to play around a little bit more with using them. I just haven't had the opportunity because I haven't had them themselves, like the actual plants in the world, for long. L guy who scratched your car. Did someone scratch someone's car? What happened? Also, I'm excited for the Cenozoic creatures. I really want to get the Smilodon. I've always liked the Smilodon in this mod. It's been around for forever. The only problem I have with the Cenozoic creatures is that I need to figure out how to build them in the park. Oh! That got him. The Cenozoic creatures are hard to fit in the park, and I think Beast asked about it earlier. I'm excited for them, but I don't know where they're gonna go. I need to figure it out. Thank you, Dragon Sage, for being here. Have a good day. Thank you for stopping in. Oh, someone scratched your car, Ocean? Ah. Dude. Left no note. That's terrible. I really like people, I'm not gonna say all people, but it's sad to see in our modern like culture that there is some people don't like respect some things like that. Like, we'll just hit your car and then leave it. Like, that's just super annoying. It's also like the people that don't put their shopping carts in the shopping cart place. Like, when you leave the grocery store, there's like the collectors there. It's just like, dude, there's some poor high school teenager that has to go spend like 8 hours in 90-degree weather collecting those carts, and you have made their job harder. Why? Did I not get enough? Did I seriously not get enough magma? That's like a lot short. I am a lot short. Someone clip that, because I am short in real life. No way I'm that short. Is the video wrong? I think the video's wrong. Or maybe I just misread. I'm building a gold farm. I'm building a gold farm so that way we can have gold and then we can have quartz from piglin trading. Because I want to use quartz in a lot of stuff in the future. I guess we could go ahead and I mean, there's not even a whatchamacalled egg up here, so I need to go get that anyway. Ow, not in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just build the gas proofing, because that'll be nice to have just already built. Let me see how it's done. Oh, they literally built it out. Okay. On each side. And then leave 2 block gaps. 2 block gaps all the way down. Okay. Looks good. We'll just go ahead and do this. I mean, this is out of order of the tutorial, but like, I think that's fine. I think it'll be nice to just go ahead and have this already built out. I can't believe we're that short on magma block. We'll have to go get some. And a turtle egg. We do need a turtle egg. Boop. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and do this side first. just because. I could have colored this glass, but, like, I didn't want to waste dye. I don't need it to be super personal in this world. Or, like, this part of the world to be super personal. If you know what I mean. It's okay that it's just a little ugly. I don't think I'm ever gonna do, like, some kind of nether hub or anything like that. I don't really need it. Like, I might build something to save me rockets, like some kind of boat pathway or something, but, like, that'd be, like, a stream activity, not a video activity. It's just it's too removed from the dinosaurs focus, in my opinion, to include in an episode. So I don't ever foresee myself building any kind of nether hub. Is there one meant to be? I've done something wrong. How have I done this wrong? Have I done wrong? It's one block. Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. I think it's one block too big. That would explain why I have so little magma. Yeah. I think it's one block too big. Is it really? Because this looks right, but on the tutorial, this is only 3 blocks, right? Like right here. But if this is like 1 block either side too big, and that's not something I could just leave, because that 1 block probably matters in terms of like spawn rates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it is 1 block too big. 1 block too big. 1 block too big. Ocean, were you here last time? In the last stream? Where I realized that I built the entirety of the Mosasaur Lagoon 1 block off? Because if so, this is the 2nd time in a row that you've been in a stream where I have made one of the classic blunders. I'm gonna make sure I don't waste any of this, because I think it's what I need to finish off that last platform. Just cruise the biofossil farm. Yes. I need to actually set up villager trading better in my world. Like, I need to build a better villager trading system. I have like a mending villager and then just 2 randos in the boathouse by the starter base. I could probably convert the cabin site into a villager trading hall really easily, as like a little bit of like interest to that area. I think that would be like really nice, like a nice area to turn into villager trading. Just like small things. Like, I don't need a lot of stuff. Ow. Mean. Like, I just need like some basic stuff. Like a paleontologist. Well, the paleontologist and the archaeologist are kind of what I want to put in both of those respective labs in the info center. You didn't know in the basement of the info center I want to put both of those things. But I haven't gotten around to doing that. That could be fun. That could, like, I've been trying to figure out what I should do as the build competition. And I think it would be kind of fun to do, like, the interior for those. Like, that could be a good thing to do. Basically, giving you all just access to those 2 spaces and telling you, hey, build interior. Give me an interior, and whatever you guys come up with is what I build. Well, like, maybe, like, the top 3 that I like the most is what I build. If that makes any sense. Hopefully none of this is despawned. I think I got it within the 5 minutes. If not, it'll get us close, which is what we need it to do. Yeah, you try and get a specific one. The biggest thing that you can do to get specific one is just getting the bones that drop when the fossils do. You know, like when you're mining the fossil ore, it'll drop like a specific species bone. I think they have a much higher chance to get DNA of that creature. Like, I think a significantly higher. But yeah, getting a specific creature DNA always sucks. Always, always sucks. There's been, like, I think, especially early on in my playthrough, like, I spent a lot of time mining just to get fossils to try and get a specific creature. I don't have to do much of that anymore because I have a bunch of DNA for each creature. I could always use more. Like, so there will probably come a time. That's embarrassing. That's even more embarrassing. Let me fly. I do want to add something in honor of Sam Neill. I've been thinking a lot about that, and I was worried today, because I've not done any kind of post or anything about his passing. I don't know if I want to, simply because, like, you know, I'm just a small channel. There's nothing I could really say that would be different from anybody else, other than the fact that he was like a hero to me. Obviously, I am one of many, like you all, who grew up watching the Jurassic Park movies, who fell in love with them. And Sam Neill's character is one of the reasons I fell in love with them and fell in love with dinosaurs. And, like, his passing is a tremendous loss to our entire community as, like, dinosaur and Jurassic Park lovers. Um, so, like, finding the words to say how much he meant to this community and to all of us was difficult for me. Um, Especially because, like, I mean, I know how to deal with loss. I've had a couple losses this year personally myself. Um, but he like was just such a inspiration and a hero to us all. And, like, I genuinely don't have the words to describe how much he will be missed. Aside from just his acting prowess, he was like a very calm presence on the internet, a very calm presence, like, in terms of his movies. The Jurassic Park franchise will forever and always be my comfort movies, my comfort shows. And I'm think like my girlfriend has, I think, seen Jurassic Park, but we've never watched it together. And it's been kind of a running joke amongst my family, her and me, like, hey, we gotta watch Jurassic Park, and that we're saving it for like a special occasion or something. I think we're finally gonna watch it soon. And I do think I'm gonna find myself very emotional to the fact that, you know, he's gone now. And I do want to do something probably really special for him as like a little tribute in this world. Like, I do want to do something for him. Um, yeah, I was also up super late when the news hit, and I was deeply upset. I could not go to sleep for a while after that. It was very sad. But yeah, he meant so much, and it's sad to see someone that you've looked up to your entire life gone. But the fact that we are all so sad is a testament to how much he meant to us and how much he did for this world and for, like, just everything. He's just an amazing human and will be definitely missed. I told Beast at the beginning. He asked about it in the very beginning if I saw, and I was like, yeah, but I don't want to talk about it at the beginning because then I'm gonna get sad, and then everybody else is gonna get sad. Um, yeah, yeah, Definitely recommend go watch them. Remember his amazing work. Yeah, and we have the movies to reminisce, which is a really good thing. And yeah, he brought Alan Grant to life, which is like crazy, and he's inspired an entire generation of us to love dinosaurs. He is the dinosaur man. But yeah, I definitely want to put a tribute to him in this world. I'm thinking we might eventually build a dig site, or I might like there was a proposed alternative script for Jurassic Park 3 that had Alan Grant like living on the island. So I think it might be cute to have like maybe him hold up in some kind of like tree house somewhere in the park, and maybe have his like little hat. Jurassic John, who was in the chat earlier, had a really cool design for like an Alan Grant hat in Minecraft. So I'm gonna do something to just pay tribute to him somewhere in this world. Rewatching the Brachia scene felt a lot different. That's for sure. Yeah, I bet it does, and I'm very scared to do it because I will probably cry. I will probably. Yeah, I had like I've watched the Jurassic Park movies so much. Like I've watched them so much, and I think it would be so fun if we could just watch them on YouTube, or like if I could stream watching the Jurassic Park movies. Wouldn't that be a fun stream if Universal didn't like smite me if I tried to do that? I think that would be a fun stream, but yeah, it would for sure get like copyrighted and taken down with the way Universal moves. I do have a trike named Ellie, for Ellie Sattler. I could see myself doing that. I think his favorite was the Triceratops, right? Or like Alan Grant's was in the novel and in the. It was either in the novel or it was in the movie. I forget. They might have been different because in the novel it was a Stegosaurus that the group ran into before they got to the T-Rex paddock. But in the movie they changed it to Triceratops. So I don't know. You can do it with Discord watch party. But okay, the problem with Discord is that it blacks out the screen when you try and show your screen, and it's like a movie or something like that. Like those kind of streaming services like black out your screen when you try and stream them to other users. But that could also be a fun time. Be a fun time. Not tonight, not tonight. Maybe we could do that another time. Maybe I'll play around with the logistics of doing a Jurassic Park watch party in the Discord. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll have to go buy like the DVD or something. Stream it. That'd be funny. Okay, but with this going in, I think we're nearing completion. Technically, this fourth layer is not functional because I don't have a fourth turtle leg. I need to go get one, but I don't think we'll have the time to do that today, just because I'm definitely getting tired, and I have still a homework assignment that is due in less than 2 hours. Go me. I think there's like an AFK platform as well that I need to set up. But that should take no time because it should just be scaffolding. I once lost a hardcore world trying to build a gold farm. I wonder if it was this design. I don't necessarily remember. It probably was. Because I like using Shulkercraft tutorials. They're really easy to follow. There's like no talking either. It's real nice. And they're real short. They're really easy. So if you don't know Shulkercraft, I invite you to go check out his channel and his tutorials. They're very nice. Very, very nice. Stream it illegally. Yeah, we could do it. Turn off hardware acceleration. That normally fixes it. Nice to know, Light. Good, good, good. Our own Jurassic Park stream for everyone. We'll do Jurassic Park watch party then one night. I can't do it tonight, or tomorrow, or Friday. Busy. They've got finals, but we could definitely do it. And I can make a post and a short about it. Yeah. Right there. There we go. There we go. But yeah. Sorry, I definitely feel a little bit sadder now. Yeah. I was struggling to, like, I was thinking, like, oh, do you think people are going to be upset that I'm going to post about 3,000 but not have mentioned Sam Neill? But I was like, no, like, again, I kind of decided that, like, I don't know if anything I said would be any different to anyone else. Like, you know, like, I can't cure the hurt feeling that everyone's feeling. I am but just a small YouTuber in college, so 22 temporary blocks. Okay. Trying to stream Amazon Prime a week ago and it didn't work, so second option. Do I have an Ornitholestes enclosure? I do not. I think it's gonna come up pretty soon, probably not before the world download. It's a small one, but I would like to, I'm gonna put that one, where am I gonna put that one? I think it's gonna go by the campsite that we built a couple episodes ago. I asked people in the Discord and in the comments what I should do with that space, and a lot of people said Ornitholestes because it's right near the Stego and the Aloe, so it just fits in terms of time period. So it will be soonish. It will be soonish. Soonish. Okay, where are we at here? 3x3. 256 is where the Y level should be. So this should be at 255. 255. So we're gonna go right here. Is the plan for the next video more cave exhibits? No. The cave exhibits will come back after the world download, I believe. Because I want to basically connect them up to the Megalodon enclosure, and I have it in my mind that the Megalodon enclosure is gonna be episode 30. So I want to do the rest of the cave exhibits after episode 30. And that way it also gives me enough time to actually go to Mammoth Cave and get some inspo. Because that's what I want. I really, really, really want to go there and just get a little bit of inspiration for that. So, yeah. But they'll probably be pretty soon after episode 30, because I don't want that episode to be super far off. Because it's just such a cool idea. It's such a cool idea to work on. That should be good. Look at them. Honestly, do I need the 4th turtle egg? These guys seem to be doing just fine. Like, they seem to be doing just fine without having a turtle egg up there. I don't even think I need to go get it. I think it's redundant. Yeah, the Ornitholestes is a good animal. And I'm excited to do that one. We've got a lot that we have a lot of animals in the mod that I am really excited to do. Look at that! There we go! Gold farm! Look at those pigs die. Look at them. How much do we already have? How much did just building that gift me? Not too bad. Can clear out the dirt. Like for being up AFK there for like what, like 2 seconds, that's Already almost a stack of gold ingots. Yeah, like right there, that is legitimately a stack of gold ingots, and I was probably AFK for what, like 2 minutes maximum. Like I think I think that's fine. I think that's good. I think that is productive. We now have said gold farm, and I think that's some noticeable improvement for the world. We just leave it here. I can end the episode, you know, from the top of this gold farm. I can AFK here overnight or something while I do my work, and we're pretty good. I think that's been a productive stream. I hope you guys are had fun and will have a good rest of your night. Let me read the chat. I got behind. We need more Triassic. Yep, we do need more Triassic representation. Build style changes, and you want to change your old stuff. I do go back. I recommend going back. There's nothing wrong with adjusting your old builds. I redesigned, like, I did a whole episode where I just redesigned and changed enclosures a little bit. So go for it. But thank you all so much for being here. I will see you in the next stream or video, whatever happens first. No promises on anything. Files Week is here, and I hope I can get the video out by next Friday, but I make no promises. It'll be Ankylosaurus, so I hope you're excited. See you all. I love chatting with you all. Join the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join it. It's where I put polls and stuff, and I'll be doing a lot of polls with the badges and the membership stuff and a bunch of other things. So thank you all.